Hey, welcome back, maybe. Not sure yet. Maybe we're live. Who really knows? Yeah. What up? How's it going? Welcome back to Metropole Game. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is February 15th. And I am stuttering away on the internet. Alright, we good. Looks like we are okay. Give me 1 second to pull out the chats, and then we are on our way. A wild adventure we will begin this fine evening. Yo, what's up, Raven? How's it going? Thanks for dropping by. So I need to open all the chat windows. Still not good at this yet. I need a second monitor. I don't, so I need to use 2 computers, which is not fun. It's far from fun. So we got YouTube shout out. Caburnesse will game day? Yeah, largely. I think that's largely what's going to be happening. There's going to be some other stuff too, but I think that's a fine place to start. And what's up? Eminem, how's it going? Hello there, man from the north. How are you doing? Exile in PA. First time. Been enjoying the YouTube videos. Thanks to you. That's very kind. Glad that you could manage to drop by. Also, super excited that you've been enjoying the YouTube content. Glad that's been working out for you. We actually did like a gameplay thing this week, which is something we haven't done in nary a couple months. So that's really cool to do that again. Don't have that much time as I used to make videos, but it's okay. Oh, looks like we're live now, and I got a cool thing. Okay, we're good. Let's start this. If you're new here, generally how we start these streams is we start with a deck list of the week on Netrunner DB. And today we have It's Past Your Bedtime, which came 5th out of a 30-person Manchester Store Championship. And it's a Cybernetics division deck, which is something firstly I never realized this was a 40-card deck, so that's cool to know. But it's a trap deck. It largely works with Mushin, Notion, and then Cerebral Overriders or Agendas. Let me just tell you, I'm not excited to play this one. I think Mushin decks are generally pretty bad to play on the internet. Firstly, a lot of people play differently against trap decks like they do online as opposed to in person. Like, stakes are so much lower. You can find another JNet game, so people are more likely to faceplant into stuff. You can use that into your advantage, but also, if we're streaming, cards like this, never that fun. I'm not saying we're stream sniped, but just I don't like it that much. We also have a reconstruction contract in this deck, which is super weird. This only fires off of meat damage, mind you, not brain damage. So you have to have one of these on the table and not trashed, and then you have to score Shore Force so that you can like maybe fast advance a Vitruvius. It's real hard to get value out of all of that, but I think you're meant to like Mushin the Shore Force and leave it on the table. Let's probably want to read the deck list on this one because this one seems a bit weird. No one wants to run a 4 advanced card against Cybernetics because 4 brain damage is an issue. That's 100% for sure. We do have black level clearance as a trap. However, we have to pay 5 credits or 4 credits for this, which can be very difficult. This card's so good with Breaker Bay Grid, not so great without it. We also have Genes Placer, which is maybe a fun way to get 1 agenda. I don't know. I do like Cortex Lock, but our ice is actually relatively bad. It's just not very taxing or very strong. We have this card, which I've never played before. Mind you, if you haven't seen this card, notice how it says Trace 4, do 1 brain damage. It doesn't matter whether that trace is successful or not. They've technically fixed that. But that's how it works currently. Just kidding. But our ice is also really bad. So I think our entire game plan is just Mushin everything and hope that works out. So, oh, Short, what's up? You're always saying you hate Mushin decks, so it'll be interesting to watch you play the one. Yeah, I'm not a big fan, right? Because Mushin comes to 2 things. Either, like, your entire game of Netrunners on this, like, Yomi mind game thing, which I'm not convinced anyone has full control over. It just, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, if you can read your opponent, maybe you don't know your opponent at a store championship, so how are you going to possibly know? Secondly, it dies to Expose. It's not like people play Expose, but if you play Expose, the entirety of this archetype falls apart, which sucks. Yo, what's up, Nutritional Zero? How's it going? What does that corp ability do again, Emanate? It says that you have reduced hand size 2 as the corp and the runner, and you'll have no money. Because this deck almost always has no money. And if you look at our deck, you'll notice we have very few econ cards, which might be an issue, considering some of our ice is pretty expensive. Super Sentry Light. Yeah, Sentries, they're not bad. People might be expect Sentries. One of the best Sentries for Cybernetics Division, Fenris, rotated, so not a big deal. But this ice is actually relatively good. Reduces hand size. Hey, what's up, Hasteroid? I think you Mushin Reconstruction to score 5-3 if they don't run it. Oh yeah, I guess you can always Mushin a Reconstruction. That's technically an option. Is that better than Mushining a Plan B? I don't know. But yeah, if you Mushin this, you can't fire it that turn, because any card that you Mushin no Shin, you can't res. But if they don't run it, you can fast advance a card. So that's actually probably way more reasonable, Steroid. Thanks for pointing that out. Janktivist, how's it going? M&A IPO hedges all right. Heck, yeah, we're going to be clicking for credits, which is on brand, which is pretty good. It's good that we have that going for us. This deck also runs IP block, which is like super weird, because it's not like it's weak to AI. It's just like, oh, we had one influence, it looks like, so I don't get it. But we'll try it. It did not too bad at a tournament, so maybe that's something. I don't know. Past your bedtime. If you're just tuning in, by the way, how's it going? My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you're having a good enough Thursday. Maybe it's even Friday at your part of the world. That's not impossible. Cybernetics Division. Thanks for tuning in. I'll take Mushin decks over Prison decks any days. How's it going, Arias? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I think that's fair. Still not my favorite card in Netrunner. I know a lot of people love the heck out of this card. 419 is going to be hell against trap decks. I don't know. I think for 419 you just pay the credit and you're fine. But yeah, it's going to be rough. I know in my meta there was 2 friends that were playing like on the tabletop every day, like their kitchen table Netrunner, and one of them was playing Silhouette while the other one was playing trap Jinteki decks, and one of them had to stop playing their deck, and you can kind of guess which one it was. Oh, it's Chinese New Year's. How's it going? Koing Hei Fat Choi. I probably didn't say that right, but happy Chinese New Year's. Year of the Dog, if I'm not mistaken. We're playing Corp. Yo, Sean, what's up? Emergency Shutdown Johnny, how's it going? My wife wanted to know that you start your stream at 8:45. Why? It's a cool time. It's a pretty cool time. It's not 9 o'clock. It worked for me. I generally like odd times because they're easier to remember, I think, at least. It's not that important that you tune in at 8:45. Maybe that's a terrible thing to say about your own stream, but like if you tune in at 9, who cares? Tune in at 9:30, there'll still be a show. When I set alarms in the morning or whatever, I always set them to like 7:43. Like I do weird numbers. I don't know. Just a thing. Yo, what's up? Marc Andre? That's you, right? And we got a match. M&A, I think I played you once and twice on Jinteki. M&A's, I rarely find M&A on JNet if I'm not mistaken. Alright, Caburnesse. Hey, how's it going? The problem, as far as I know, is that Exposed kills traps, but trap decks usually don't run good econ. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. Yeah, I think you can afford the 1 credit a turn. We're doing well. But yeah, economy is tight. What's up, Philosophical? It's almost a pity Zabutsu loyalty rotated. It was bad. Zabutsu was super weird. This hand has no economy. We have 1 okay Mushin target and 1 bad. Like, this is a Mushin target that's technically fine too. I think 1 piece of ice would be good because Caburnesse could indexing turn 1, and indexing eats trap decks. So we'll go for 1 piece of ice. Yeah, that worked out. Testing news I found might be still. No worries. Shit, we were saying something. Yeah, Zabutsu loyalty was really weird. It was like the only interrupt ability that worked on an unres card in the whole game, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not upset that it rotated, because it is pretty weird in terms of rulings. So this is an end the run, which if we want to jam our card behind it, it's really good. I think we might actually just want to Mushin advance this. They said they had a slow deck. I will say best of luck, have fun. Which maybe we can have to our advantage. Here, one second, move my face. Also, I gotta play this, I guess. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, that's what you're watching. Whoa. So I think we'll actually want this onto on remote. That being said, I think we can just go ahead and Mushin this. Maybe advance it once and then just see how it goes. We don't even have to score this. We want to score this when it's lethal. Or if we can get some more value for reconstruction process. But we have no, like, reason to score this. And if we don't score it, they probably think it's an overwriter and just don't go for it. Just saying your name looks familiar if you use that same handle on JNet. Okay, there you go. So that's what we talked about. That's the turn 1 indexing. Can't be too upset about that. We could have iced that up instead of doing a 3rd advance. Or a 4th advance, excuse me. Even a Fairchild, like any piece of ice here, they wouldn't have indexed turn 1. Even if we couldn't afford to res it. They just won't do it. Likely. Because if it's an end to run, it's a waste of an indexing. So we might have misplayed that a bit. It's also worth checking whether or not they mulliganed. And they kept their hand, so that might be more likely they have indexing. It's not like we have really strong defenses, so that's a very good card. Also, if we're running traps, a lot of these Cybernetics Division decks would like to run Snare as a win condition, and we're likely to lose 3 to 5 points off of this by turn 1. Best case scenario, they play Dirty Laundry, Dirty Laundry, Dirty Laundry, and we win the game. But it looks like Equivocation's coming out, so they're going to force us to draw, which is honestly not terrible for us. It's kind of bad because we have 4 hand size. And that's such a big deal about Cybernetics division, is if this said the runner has 4 hand size, it would be a ton better. The fact that it says each player makes this one so not fun to do, because it's the sort of deck that specifically wants like combos. Like, I want to hold this in my hand, like Punit or whatever. Looks like it's gonna make us draw an Overrider. But then the next card is an agenda, so I don't know what's up with that. But like, it's one of the IDs that wants combos, and they're just not gonna give it to us, which sucks. And now we're gonna overdraw. And we got it in Force Curfew, which is fine, and still no agenda, which is pretty good. Hey, how's it going, Jaijaros? Thanks for dropping by. IPO on the top. We want to just get an end the run on R&D. They can always like pull out a Chameleon with Caburnesse's ability, but if we want to play our IPO, we're going to be clicking for credits, and we can't afford the Fairchild. So I think we're just going to put this on R&D, click for 2. They know that we have this, so it actually makes this less likely to be a Cerebral Overrider. We also have to remember that we need 3 credits. As soon as we go to less than 3 credits, they can run this. We could also like fire this off if we wanted to. And we're not going to get that much value than First Curfew, so we're going to keep that, and we'll just throw out something. And that's a problem, is we have to throw out 2 things here. We could also just preemptive to get the motion back. That's not terrible. It's honestly not terrible, because otherwise we're throwing out a card. Yeah. Good enough. We're going to throw 1 card out here. And Force Curfew doesn't look that great. If they're an Origami deck, it'll look really dumb. I think we can throw out the Overrider. That'll be fine. Yeah, Jarjaros, this is the deck list of the week, which is technically a Mushin Notion. Not strictly a damage deck, but I guess technically a damage deck. Hey, Andre, I think you sent NetChip to do Echo Mind's job Tuesday. Yeah, what's up, Jim? I saw some Echo Mind decks floating around in that deck list, too. It's too much influence, but Echo Mind is super weird. I still don't think there's any great ways to do Echo Mind in that deck. Like, you do have your Overrider, or sorry, what's it called? Overmind, and you do have Deep Data Mining, and maybe that's actually good enough. What's up, Vincent? How's it going? So they also know we have this, right? Like, they saw the top 5 cards, so this card has very little value too. We could play them Ferris Corfu, but it doesn't do anything. Like, it lowers them to 3 hand size, so unless they draw. And this is actually a big deal, because now it means that they can run R&D this turn and pull out an answer. So I think we actually want to just double ice R&D and then click for 2, because if they're running indexing, they're probably running more than 1 indexing. Yo, Alice, how's it going? 2 weeks in a row. Thanks for dropping by. I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. Hope you're doing okay. It looks like they're using that. You shuffled. Oh, yeah, we did shuffle the top 5. Totally forgot about M&A. And it looks like their restricted card is Magnum Opus. That's cool because it means they're not on Film Critic. Not like that matters. And if they play 1 more card from their hand, they would have died. Because this does 2 meat damage. So, not just yet. And that's such a liability. We only have 1 card in our deck that could possibly score this. Actually 2, I guess. We could Mushin this. And we know we have a Cerebral Overrider, so we'll use that to our advantage. So let's just take our money so we can afford to comfortably res Fairchild. DDM feels like a little anti-synergy. Yeah, I think, Jim, if you did the DDM deck, you wouldn't go on Spy Cameras at all. I think it would just be a totally different deck. You don't need those. Hey, Grim, how's it going? Origami? Yeah, I think we're going to be playing a lot more Woo tonight. She seems fun. I think there's a lot of ways to make Origami good. That's also an issue. Is like I have to come up with names for that YouTube stream before I start the stream, and a lot of times I don't know what I'm gonna do on the stream, so I just have to make something up. It looks like Cyber Cypher on R&D. That's gonna get through Fairchild for 4 credits. That's still not terrible for us, which is fine. Oh, looks like they goofed it. They Caburnesse it. Oh, no worries. Maybe they were trying to get the Chameleon, but I don't think they want to install Cyber Cypher left click just to get it removed from the game. Seems like a mistake. It was some Tataki. Yes, this is such a fun deck. It took me 10 minutes of staring at the deck to figure out how I made money. Are you talking about this one, or are you talking about the Origami one? Yeah, they fixed it. Cool. All right, we have the Mushin. They don't know we have this. They know we have the Cerebral Overrider, so we're just going to go ahead and Mushin this. We can also Mushin Ice it, which doesn't change anything because they can just click through it. Mushin Advance is just more threatening. And that's like the problem with these sort of decks, is that if they run this, we lose. If we don't, we're fine. Oh, the Origami one. Yeah, it makes a ton of money. It makes a shit ton of money. All right, so the Cyber Cyber's coming out. It looks like they're tunneling on R&D. That can't at all be the right time to play this. Like, we have the money to res this. They're running HQ. I guess if they see the Overrider, we're in a bad spot. They see Fairchild, that's fine. 36 Chambers, Liquid Swords. So we have this to score, which is pretty good. That's a really strong card. I don't know why they installed this and ran HQ. That makes almost no sense. Unless they didn't want to lose this to damage or something like that. Are you talking about the Origami Pock deck or another one? Yo, Vincent, I made a deck that is Origami, and it's basically like old, what's it called, decks. I think we're going to score this. There's no reason not to. This also makes this one look less scary. There's no really reason to put this on R&D. It's better on another remote now, and I don't want to draw an agenda, so we'll click for credit. It plays a lot like old Spy Camera Haley decks, because you draw everything with Game Day, and then you can play Bazaar without Replicator, and it's pretty cool. Woo with 1 or 0 cost programs, thin your deck, new secret meta. I don't know how good it is. It's good for utility things. Oh, they're over on MU. They're going to have to trash something. They actually threw out Equivocation. Whoa. Or more accurately, woo. And they're just magging me up. So far, they have not used Caburnесse's ability once. I think we have the money to res this. This is already 4 credits, which means they hit the vanilla. Generally, their answer to this is going to be about 2 to 4 credits. So I don't mind. And they're only getting a single access now because they trashed their Equivocation. I think this seems a bit clumsy. That's actually a pretty good server to tax them out. Like this for 4, they can always click through it. But clicking through it is worse because they can always click for 8. So we see what the breaker is. Could be a lady. It's actually just paperclip, which that ends the run. So I don't know why they pulled it out. Going down to 0 credits is a mistake if you don't need to. Unequivocally, it can't be the right play. Not that like you're worried about Brian Stinson specifically, but like now we could put a piece of ice and put an agenda behind it, right? Oh, we can also just fast advance. We're gonna make them draw. But yeah, I guess we'll do that. So we're on game. Oh wait, we win. Wow, that worked out. That worked out relatively well. I totally forgot we could just score that agenda. Good game? Like, if they didn't go down to 0 credits, like, if they did install the paperclip and they just ended the run, we would have to respect Clot so that that play was not possible, right? Because they would have enough money to pull at Clot. They would have a self-modifying code on the table, so we couldn't just do install advance Vitruvius. We could, and then we could have, like, over-installed it or overwriter, but no, that doesn't make sense either. So, yeah, that wasn't a particularly hard-fought game, but at least you see what Mushin did, and Mushin doesn't do anything particularly cool. It's just, like, sometimes it works. What's up, Tokays? We're playing Corp. This is not jank and that's not entertaining off with his head. Yeah, right? Well, I guess like it's a Cybernetics division deck. It's largely going to be weird, right? Yeah, Mushin, not jank. There you go. Choose one. If you're just tuning in, by the way, my name's Andre. How's it going? If you're new to this channel, I haven't said this in a while, mind you. If you're new to this channel, whether it be on Twitch or now on YouTube, maybe you've been watching on YouTube for a while, now you're watching the stream on YouTube because that's kind of like a novel, cool thing. Make an account. Talk and chat. On Twitch is super easy. I don't even think you need email verification. If you have a Gmail account, you're up on YouTube. We have all the chats up. Not only do I read them, and you can ask questions if you're new to the game. Andre, what are you doing this? Andre, how do you, what's a good, I have a question about this or that. It's read by not just me, by everyone. The communities are really, really nice. That's one of the coolest things about Netrunner is that everyone's so fucking great. I highly recommend you because it's an intimidating game. I can totally respect that, and asking questions is the easiest way to get up to whatever speed you'd like to get up to. Oh, I get up for a second and you killed a poor runner. Yeah, we went from 3 to 7 points in one turn. We did fast advance half of them. And 2 Mushins, I guess that's all we need. So 27 players tonight. That's not bad. It's not great. Yo, what's up, Stoppable Force? How you doing? Yeah, so after this, I think we're only going to play like 1 or 2 more games of this deck because I particularly don't love Mushin decks. And then we're going to play some Caburnesse. We got a lot of fun Caburnesse. You look like a nail. +1. Hey, as a new player, I found this stream super helpful in figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing. That's so cool to hear. Thanks for making an account and dropping by. I really appreciate that. How's your new experience been so far? Like, what sort of stuff are you liking to play? I've been getting like questions from newer players that say like, hey, I have these data packs. I have the revised core set and this and this. What's a cool deck to play? And I don't know. Can you do that on Netrunner DB? Can you filter by deck list by packs owned? Because that would be huge. Because I never have a good answer to that question. Can you do that? Like sort by collection? Oh, you can. Oh, good. I'm no longer necessary. Yo, what's up, Ben? I learned Netrunner from your YouTube channel. That's fucking rad. That's so cool. Hopefully you're playing relatively well. Or otherwise, no, it'll be fine either way. Recovering from the flu. Ah, shit. I hope you feel better, eh? The winter's maybe the best time to get sick, if that's any consolation. Hey, how's it going? Alright, we're playing against Smoke. We are opening with Emotion, which is pretty good. This card, again, is way too expensive, and it's only good with Taxing Ice, and we have relatively neither. Well, also, we have a Biotic Labor. That's weird. We're going to go mulligan this. At least this might fire. Maybe. Watching both streams for maximum effect. Caburnesse seems super awesome. I like the Au revoir build. I saw other people doing Au revoir, because that's anytime... thanks, you too. Anytime that you can pull out like a utility program, it's technically good in Caburnesse. However, paying 3 credits for Au revoirs doesn't sound fantastic. But maybe that's just me. We have Ice for R&D, so we don't lose to indexing. Smoke likes indexing. She's not generally going to play deep data mining, so it's probably how she wins. There's no reason we wouldn't do that. That is better on a remote server. It's just more taxing. It's actually like generally 4 to 5 credits to break this with a stealth rig. This is good early in the game. I don't know whether she's going to poke early in the game, but this is technically a brain damage card, right? And again, we do not have a hand size of 5, which is absolutely brutal. Yeah, there's one Gene Splicer in this deck, Masant. Yo, you know this player beat them up? Oh boy. I plan on trying Wu next build, but right now I'm sticking with the more common Shaper and HB. I figure things out. Yeah, that's actually like a really cool thing to do, Nail. The Shaper and HB, you got a lot of really standard ideas. If they hit this 5-3, we're so boned. That's fine. There's like, that's maybe Tapworm. That's a bit too soon for Tapworm, I think. They're like very, very basic things. It's like you need, what's it called? You need economy, you need accesses, you got programs, breakers, ice, and I think that's actually really good. For a newer player. We can't even jam this until we put like 2 Fairchilds on the same remote, which sucks. I don't want to play this when we have an agenda in hand. We really don't have a lot of good plays right now. Also, how's it going, Cody? Congrats on the Store Championships win and on the 2nd place with a really cool deck. I saw those. Let's draw once. Okay, so we can credit IPO and then throw out a card. I think this card is definitely the least valuable. It's not like we can threaten anything more on 3 hand size than 4 anyways, and... this one's trashable, which is kind of liability, but all the other cards have more value. If we need to get a lethal with Enforced Curfew, we can always archive memories for it. Hit the 5-3, oh boy. Yeah, it's a total grab bag of parts. It really is. There's a lot of stuff going on here. SMC on the table, that's going to stop Clot. Also, the problem is if she's running Houdini, like the double Fairchild server, even Refractor, the double Fairchild server isn't particularly that bad. So, like, we really don't have a play here besides install advance this. Which, yeah, fuck it. I'm swearing a lot today, excuse me. Hey, Tony the Guy, what's going? Is that a Frank and Oak sweater? It's actually not. It might look like it. Frank and Oak is, they have a big presence in Montreal and in my part of where I live and work. But no, this is, I don't know. This was a Christmas present, actually. How's it going, by the way? Magnum Opus Kid is a great place to start. It totally is. Ah, damn. They're really not going for this? Or is this where the Tapworm comes out? All right. Okay. So this is Value Town on this Overrider. And that's the thing is like it's cheaper to trace this than break it. I really don't like this ice. Yo, Jakku, how's it going? What's your opinion on Siphon 2.0? At 5 influences out of faction viability? I don't know. I think it's way less good. This is also a problem because now they use the Refractor on the one breaker that breaks both things. But I don't want to talk too much about it because it's technically spoiled, and I don't like talking about spoiled stuff. That's bad for us. Talking about spoiled stuff on the channel for people that don't want us to get spoiled, but it's yeah, it's definitely necessary. It's definitely good. Okay, so if we purge this, like, oh man, I hate Trap decks. Yeah, Frank and Oak is from Montreal, right? By the way, Andre, I see a lot of streamers put up a short YouTube video on the channel saying, hey, I'm streaming on Twitch, link when they're online. Maybe that's a good solution to split your streaming. Maybe, but we're also streaming on YouTube, right? Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, so like they clearly didn't run for this, which means we could go just motion this out. I think we have to do it anyways. I don't really care about how much money they have. It seems totally irrelevant. We are very weak to Siphon. I'm not to Siphon, to indexing or stuff like that, multi-access. And this breaks this for not a lot of money. And like we could have got like we just could have done that. And they had a motion. Split community? Yeah, well, the best thing about YouTube is not so much that I care about splitting the community or not splitting the community. It's that the VODs are automatically online. And that's such a really big deal. Is that I don't have to like record them, upload them. That takes time. Maybe I would probably want to edit them because I have problems with that. You think they would run a motion? I think they would too. But like we don't have any other plays. They're probably thinking about running this. But that's good. Like the split community thing is a bit awkward, but I'm reading both chats, so it feels like maybe we're both sides of the wall. I don't know. Yeah, they might run a motion, right? If they don't run the first one, why wouldn't they run the second one? Because the first one's generally a test, the second one's desperation. It looks like we might be okay. They're on 5 cards, so maybe they were going to install something. They could run Medusa's Wild. Uh-oh. It looks like they're running. Oh, they're running HQ. Okay, worst case scenario, 1 and 3. Let's go. Fair Chat 3.0. They learned nothing. So do we have to score this? Yeah, I'm way too scared not to. Now we can fast advance this one out next turn. I don't want to play the IPO because they have a Tapworm. If we draw, they have to... I think we can draw once, not an agenda, and just ice up HQ. A 1 and 4 is a lot worse than 1 and 5. This is why this ability is kind of really bad for the corp. There's no way to capitalize on this part of the corp. Like, this is the only ID that has like a really strong built-in negative clause to it, besides CI, and it's not like CI is bad. So, cerebral imaging, by the way, for the uninitiated. Oh, I love the experience. I love the live experience on Twitch, but I hate not being able to get the videos in my feed and watch them later. It's really hard to catch a stream consistently week on week. Yeah, sometimes it's difficult. Like, I know also the time is not good. Thursday evenings are not the best for everyone, but which community is his favorite? Satcon's coming out. Paperclip's coming out. They have no way to stop Fast Advance. It looks like they might have a Clot in their deck. The Satcon does double duty with the Tapworm and the Clot. We're just going to go ahead and score this bad boy. And now they have to consider running this, right? Because we're technically on game point. They are seeing the top card every turn, so it's not like we're going to get locked for a long time, but... yeah. Gene Splicer is great. NGO Front is playing amazing. Yeah, they both are working really well together, that's for sure. We've seen a lot of really good Jinteki decks doing that. And a lot of people have saying NGO Front might actually be broken. Don't have enough experience with it just yet. How will we get good emotes on YouTube? They're missing out. YouTube is missing out on the emotes for sure. And I'm actually really interested in making emotes for this channel. I just don't know what to build. Because I'm not that memesy of a dude. Inherently not. And they're not running this. Like, in theory, that's an agenda we win. But they're seeing the top card every turn. At least this vanilla they have an answer to. That's not great. And I really don't care about purging for this Tapworm. It doesn't matter. That's actually interesting. This makes R&D 1 more credit. We could also just, like... yeah, we probably just want to get a motion back in our deck. Or we could play the IPO and get that back in our deck also. I don't care how much money they have. It really doesn't matter. Our deck is all about... it's almost entirely about motioning. So we'll get, like, vanilla. Who cares? They have a paperclip. Yo, what's up, Martini? No cap on YouTube either. It's kind of a deal breaker. And there's the Maker's Eye. So if we run snares, they have a chance of dying. But, like, the vanilla wasn't going to stop that. I only found your channel via YouTube. Learned a lot from it, by the way. So you started streaming here. I was super pumped. Yeah, it's for a lot of people, it's a lot easier than anything else. And we do still have the preemptive to bring the reconstruction contract back, which is really cool. Netmarker comes out. That doesn't matter. And they've seen the next 2 cards, which we will keep in mind. This is technically taxing. We can also install advance this bad boy. Does that do enough for us? No, it doesn't. So we'll put this on R&D. I think they also know we have this. Credit once. Oh, we could have archived for Mushin. That's actually way better. Let's do that. Motivation. Make a good remote. Netrunner emotes. You can make a sad Ian Sterling. I don't want to make emotes. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we do. I just don't want to use their characters specifically because that might be a contentious issue. Also, how's it going, Geeky Coconut? Thanks for dropping by. Only in and out should be smug smoke. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about using their likenesses in emotes if I was to create emotes. Trash Panda Geist. Like, I think there's fine things we could do that are maybe not exactly with them. It's difficult. And Geofront can be account siphoned in terms of credit swings without any downsides. It's hella bad for runners. 100%. Yeah, it is really bad. It's a good trap that fires either way, and that's really strong. Mirror. That's probably better for the MU than its ability. The ability itself has never proven to be that good, and we can start motioning things with little to no. And the thing is, like, if this is a 4-2, they also, like, we could just top deck the Vitruvius and win. I guess there's only one more Vitruvius, but let's give this an advance. They have to consider running this, I guess. They probably won't. Like, there's almost no way that they run this. Yeah, like they have R&D pressure. Why would they run it? Smug, not branded fog. This is gonna. It's still pretty taxing, right? Like, this is 4 credits. It's not terrible. This is 1 credit. Great. And they're gonna see the next 3 cards. And we did shuffle our deck, so I think the top one is new. If they find the Vitruvius, we're going to be upset. It looks like we're good. We're good. We're good. I have a store champ on the weekend. I'm still not sure what to play. I haven't been playing much lately. Learning Adam or Kenjang, some kind of Jinteki. Adam's actually really good right now. Adam's really fun too. So nothing on the top. They're not running our traps, so we can basically motion whatever we want. All our shore forces are actually like pretty dead cards. I don't know why they're installing these. I don't think they'll ever matter. I guess if they get the Clawed out, maybe. Well, that's actually interesting. They know we have this, though. It's pretty good, though. They have 3 MU units. So we can leave 1 Mushin in here and just put back other things. Let's go for that, I guess. Yeah, we already have 2 preemptives, and we don't have anything better to do. So this goes back. We can keep 1. We'll probably draw another Mushin by now, and none of these other cards are particularly good. Actually, this one's fine, because it technically procs R&D. We already have 1 archived in hands. Maybe that's a mistake. I don't know. Adam is really fun right now. 100%. 10 Apocalypse has been doing work for me late, but I'm not amazing. Probably better as Steve. Steve is good for recovering from Apocalypse. I guess Ken is just faster. The Divey comes out. If they want to break this with the Divey, it's actually relatively expensive. For 2 credits, that's a pretty good piece of ice. And I think Apocalypse is probably well suited in the meta right now, considering Asa is building like absurd remotes with upgrades. But also I think a lot of people are maybe playing, what's it called? I've seen a lot more people play Chrysium Grid as like a meta splash. I don't know if that's right yet. Wow, we actually made them run out of money. It's kind of cool. Advance down to 8 credits and laugh at Tapeworm. Yeah, we could. Let's basically accomplish the same thing. And this is only a single axis. I think, oh yeah, we shuffled our deck, so this is technically new. Fem into Fen is great fun. Okay, let's go. Don't want to play that. Oh, that's technically something. We can install advance this. We'll do that next turn. We might as well just play then Force Curfew. I don't know. It might make them more aggressive, which is kind of cool. Abstractly. They actually don't really have the money for this. If we click for a credit, it's really bad for us, because then it gives them 2 credits. So I think we're actually just going to go put this somewhere. Where is the question? This will never res. I don't think we'll ever. Never say never. I don't want to pay for that there. I just don't want to click for credit. Let's just like put this on server 4. Whatever. Now we have a server we can use. Yeah, terrible single axis run. That was an incredibly expensive single axis run. Now they don't have to deal with the Cortex lock. They feel pretty clever about that, I suppose. But that shows how bad this mirror technically was. Because they're only running once a turn anyways. It's not like you need this card. I think a cloak is strictly better. And still, they're paying like 5 credits for single access. Is some Suraj shenanigans? This is the deck of the week. Also, how's it going, Ransom Man? So there's nothing like clever in this. Well, that's a huge offense. Excuse me. There's no like trickery. It's all just motion, which is technically trickery. Yo, what's up, Remy? How's it going? You can't manually access reconstruction contract. Oh yeah, we can't actually advance this thing. Yeah. Fuck. Ben, what's the best way for Champ to get through big beers now? I've had Heimdall 1.0 lock me out a couple times this week. You could always, a lot of people splash paperclip. That's generally good enough. If you ever Curse and the dogs aren't terrible. It's just a bunch of card slots though, just for that. But barriers are Shaper's weaknesses, which is fine. There's not that much else. Well, you can make like one big breaker. A lot of people are playing late game. They'll just put down a Savant. And that'll be good enough. Or you can do Atman at high strength. That's fine too. What are we doing here? I don't want to play this because their money actually is tight. We could purge, but it'll take us 3. Like, we don't want to purge so they don't get 1 credit. Seems bad. Okay, well. Go. Let's go. They're going for it. Why not? They know what this is, I think. They trashed it. That's fine. That's fine. And it's a useless card, right? Like, the only way we get value out of this is motion. Because if we score one of the meat damage cards, we win anyways. And it feels like they're desperate. The thing is, they do have an SMC on the table. So, like, no matter what, we have to use Clot. Why are they running for a single access? This is all their money. Like, if this somehow doesn't work and we shuffle, which is not possible, they probably won't have the money for Clot. Ugh. I don't know. There's a lot of ice in Netrunner that doesn't end the run that costs you 1 to res, that costs the corp 2. This is the opposite. This one needs a breaker, actually, which is cool. They trashed Gene Splicer. That was actually a really good draw for us. With only 18 cards, do we just archive memories for Gene Splicer? No, I think we just archive memories for Gene Splicer, and oh, we need also a Mushin Notion. Oh, that sucks. They have 2 credits. That actually means the IP block we put down is kind of okay. Look at all these cerebral overriders. There must be a good play here. He should have let you trash it to move them, though. I don't know what you're talking about exactly. Thanks for the help. Let's see if I can make something like Savant work. Otherwise, I'll go for Fem Atman to get through the problem ice. Yeah, Fem is also fine. It'll only do 1 ice. Atman's good. It's not that many big barriers though, which you're lucky. We gotta think this one out. So Gene Splicer is fine, right? Like it's 2 to trash, I think. 1 to trash. That sucks. But like we could archive memories for Gene Splicer, install advance, and they have to maybe no, they actually don't need to run it. They have no reason to run it. Right? It's just 1 point, and we only have 1 Gene Splicer in this deck. Like this Gene Splicer is technically useless. Oh, well that changes everything. It doesn't actually. And we don't want to click for credit. We really just don't want to click for credit. What do we do here? If we had, like, we could have archived memories for, like, reconstruction contract and then, like, Mushin a cerebral overrider if that was a play. We could also have something to over-install these to put them in archives so we can archive memories. Something like we could do tricks. But we have nothing to do tricks with, and I just have no reason to play the hedge fund to give them more credits because we don't need more than 9. Like, what? We're going to run res 1 piece of ice. And the thing is, we can't... We'll just draw. That's technically okay. We'll just draw. Black level clearance. That's technically something I might run. Okay, so this card is not great. We might want to keep 1 hedge fund, but you know what? Oh, we have to throw out so many damn cards. This doesn't matter. They have so little money that this actually might matter, but they can take the brain damage on this. These all represent win conditions. We'll click for credits. It'll be fine. Checking archives. Fair. Keeps us honest. Yeah, you can't res it. We can't res it next turn, so we can't play Mushin. They're running HQ. That makes a lot of sense. Actually, resing this... Might it be good? I was thinking, because it'd be 1, 2, 3. Actually, do you mind if I res it? I'm going to res this. Sorry. Yeah, we need to draw for Vitruvius, but we need to make them spend money first. Like with 3 credits, we can score for Vitruvius, and then they spend all their money breaking this like really bad piece of ice that they ran through on their 3rd click, or 2nd click, mind you. They might not have money for SMC Claude. The thing with SMC Claude, and we lose our Vitruvius, it's bad. So at least that's made them technically spend money. They can also use money in Nemerkur for pulling out their Claude. So no, we actually can't get rid of their money. I left for dinner in the Caburnesse game. New games are... Someone actually figured out Rebirth Shaper. No, this is a new one. And the Access Archive Memories, which isn't that much information for them. So we need to bait them out for Clot. And this, like, sucks. We feel entirely powerless. We feel entirely powerless. The best case is they eventually draw their Clot. Like, maybe we stay at 6 credits so that they have to draw every turn, and then we mill them out. Isn't that a good strat? That's the strat we're doing. We're going to slowly mill them by being at 6 credits. It'll be good. It's a good one. Oh, we have to be 11 credits, excuse me. How hard would it be to put 1 fast track in here? I don't think it's particularly good, because fast track doesn't work well with Mushin, and fast track shows them what you have, so maybe that's good, I don't know. But they're still spending a lot of money to get on the server. So they start with 8 credits. I think putting the IP block on the server would have been reasonable. And they end with 7 credits. So they basically only spend 1 running the server. Yeah, we're going to mill them, hopefully. Oh, that's good. But, like, we literally have no plays. Like, I don't think I'm misplaying it. I think we literally have no plays. Yeah, Smoke is breaking this server for relatively cheap, and it's largely this Cortex Lock is useless. Before they were paying a lot for it, and like we can lose right here. Like there's 12 cards, still 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's like still 4 agendas. It's a 1 in 3 chance. This game would be over if we had an agenda? No, it wouldn't. They run everything we Mushin because there's 2 traps on the table, and we can't fast advance because they'll always have money on Nemerkur. Yay. Okay. Draw. Yeah, this is good enough, I guess. 6 is not better than 7. This card's no good. Yeah, I'm worried about Clot. After hearing from some other card games, any tutor that doesn't show the card is infeasible in tournament play. Not specifically. If the card has no restrictions on it, it doesn't matter. Right? Like, that being said, does localized product line show you everything? I don't know. Purge? Remy, we have no interest in purging. Like, I don't care if they get 1 credit a turn. And also, they have 2 Sacons. Purging has no value. This actually might keep them off R&D. They maybe try and win off HQ. They probably have 1 multi-access card. Yeah, Logos, that's 1. Logos, it doesn't matter what you take, so who cares? Atlas you show. That's actually a downside of the card, the way that's balanced, and also kind of is just like Wayland's theme, but technically it's not necessary. Remy, why are we purging? We're not purging. Oh, wow, they're actually drawn through their deck. Oh, they're going for it. And the best thing here, and it's not like this card does anything, mind you. We're going to pay 4 credits to do a brain damage. Isn't that terrible? And we so likely lose on this. They're also running Last Click, which it looks like we're running this 5-3, but if we were running the other 5-3, this would be a waste of time because they don't have the click to steal the agenda. So they'll take 1 brain damage. This is a very calculated run. Largely we lose. Oh, they're on film critic. Yeah, there you go. Like, GG. Like, we did nothing. We literally did nothing for most of that game. We just hoped that we draw an agenda, even though we can't fast advance it. Again, not a fan of Mushin decks. There's so little you can do. What was in server 4? Yikes. Yeah, purging is not great. When Clock comes, it'll be easier, but if they're smart, they just lose the Tapworm. Like, the Tapworm is giving them 1 credit a turn. If we purge and they trash their Sakons, they're misplaying. I felt like if it was an agenda, you would have used the upgrade token and scored a 5-3. Oh, totally. You can't with Mushin. Oh, wow. They thought that we did a play that technically wasn't possible. Oh, so they played around a thing that they shouldn't have played around, which made them think that it was an agenda. So that actually worked entirely in their favor. That's really funny. Thanks. You too. Are there decks that use Mushin but are less focused on it than you enjoy? No. No, really, there isn't. At least a PE, like you can Mushin a 3-1 and they steal it, it's fine. It just is like an econ card. Like you don't care. You don't have to go in for the big Junebug plays, and that's fine. Okay, we got that out of the way. All due respect, some people like these sort of decks more than I do. I don't, because a lot of times you just don't have a play because we can't actually do anything. It revolves around this. But they did well with it, so be it. Not that I need to decide what deck is good or not. I feel like Mushin is too build around, and ultimately, yeah, it's such a high variance card. It's so high. Oh, actually, people have used Mushin for strict value in like Lakshmi Smart Fabrics decks and like Cerebral Imaging. Say It Zero was playing one of these for a while. Mushin Notion. They were called like Spice Factory decks, and they're interesting. A lot of people are now like pretty negative about Lakshmi Smart Fabrics. It's a card that's basically forcing Film Critic to be ubiquitous, but the idea is this is not Say It's, but maybe they'll show us. But the idea is that with Lakshmi Smart Fabrics, this one, as long as you get an agenda on the table really quickly, so like they're Mushining out vanity projects, I'll let you score next turn. That's pretty good. Oh, Mushin off the grid. Yeah, Mushin off the grid was okay too. Any deck that uses Mushin as strictly as an econ card, it's honestly a pretty good econ card, right? For 2 clicks, you get an install, you get 3 advancement counters. That's a lot. Also, how's it going, Hydroponus? But as a Mushin, it's to be like, this is a trap, is an agenda, not my playstyle at all. Just way too high variance. You have very little control over that. And the biggest thing also is like there's so fewer cards in Netrunner now that are like, what's it called? Ronin. And I liked Mushin, or even just the idea of advanced cards were more exciting in PE if you played like 3 years ago, on the basis that you'd be like, oh shit, they have a card with 3-4 advancement tokens on it. I need to run it now because it could be a Ronin. And we're having so much fewer situations in Netrunner where people are thinking like, is that the Ronin? I have to run it. So a lot of times if a card is Mushined in the early game and the runner just doesn't run it, they will never run it. Because people don't respect Ronin, it's just not very common. And it's just like, these sort of cards are necessary, I think, in trap decks. And it's a big reason why I think an Argus trap deck doesn't work yet. Let alone, I don't know if it'd be a tier 1 deck, but I don't think it would be fun on the basis that Argus is missing cards that are bad if you don't run them, and bad if you technically do run them, right? Right? I don't know. I just wish Wayland's short 1 or 2 advanceable cards that have value, whether or not they're ran. I think Contract Killer just doesn't do enough. Ration says, I still run Ronin, don't think it's fired once in 2016. It also got a lot worse since 2016 with things like I've Had Worse and stuff like that, where like a Ronin no longer is lethal a lot of times. NGO front of Vintage Blue Sun. Just save time, kill yourself, oh boy. Yeah, Bootcamp's Glacier was fun. That was never the Blue Sun I played. I played a lot of like really aggressive Blue Sun. Dr. Apathy, how's it going? I was playing Mushin and Hazard Call GI a while, but it was never that good. Yeah, and Hazard Call GI just got entirely overclassed by, you know, like MCA informant, or what's it called? Austerity policy. Anywho, if you're just tuning in, how's it going? My name is Andre. Thanks so much for dropping by. We're going to be playing at least one game of the deck list that I put on YouTube before, which is the Caburnesse cameras deck, because it's like a lot of fun. Now, there's specifically one problem with the deck is there's 2 card slots that I was not entirely convinced about, and I think if we could crowdsource this a bit, that'd be nice. I've read a bunch of YouTube comments on other ways of doing things, but the biggest issue is, well, there's like 5 card slots I think are not pretty good. Firstly, we got 3 net ships for MU. I largely put them in the deck because we can install them relatively cheap and en masse with Bazaar. Now, that's not terribly good. You could also play Dig Deer in this slot and then have more MU, which would be really good. Also, Councilman shouldn't be in this list. I've tried other things. I think another Cyber Cipher is definitely the right call. I think also I put at some point an Inti in this deck, but I'm not sure it's actually necessary. It's only particularly good for wraparound. But that's not particularly great. I don't think we need Councilman. Councilman's still fine. Netchip cannot possibly be right. People were playing this in Cameras decks back in the day, and I don't think it was terrible. They didn't even play all 6, but it's probably not the best, that's for sure. So I think we just need more MU and any other card that's good. Deck Deer instead of Netchip is what a lot of people have suggested, and it's just like kind of slow, and you need everything in order. Ration saying, what about Nanotech? I had originally Nanotech and cut it because it's like generally Chameleon's good enough, and if it's not, your late game you're on the Maven. That you don't actually need your Nanotech. A lot of times one of these will be cheaper. Cyberdelia Janktivist is just too slow. Like, once this deck is set up and you have your tech traders, you have your tech writers, and you're doing everything, you have an absurd amount of money. And Cyberdelia, while it gives you MU, it is expensive to install, and it gives you money. And the deck doesn't even run every turn, so getting Cyberdelia value is not that easy. It's just too slow of a card. I wanted something cheap that we could get down early, but Netchip isn't performing perfectly. What's your console? Our console doesn't exist. I think it's trivial to put in just like an Astrolabe and like just be happy with an Astrolabe, but I still think we need more MU. If we need to get like an 8th strength Maven, that's like the problem with this deck, is that at some point we get outscaled by some like really small big ice, like not common big ice. Dean Lister's really cool as a trash ability, but it's also really good with Chameleon, but it's a limited use. Mind you, we do have 2 levies, so it's like a lot of use, but it's still kind of limited. So I'm not actually sure what to do with slots here. Maya's not particularly good either, Jim, because we're only running a lot of times on R&D when our spy camera sees a card, so we generally don't want to run it in the clear attack. It's cheap MU, but it's not great. And if we want cheap MU, I think Deg Deer is cheaper and gives us more MU technically. So let's try dropping the net chips. It's not the great draw. It's honestly not the best draw. We could try this. We can also just like put in another Diesel. We could also just like put in what's her name? She's really good, Beth. Like, any deck just gets strictly better when you put a Beth in it a lot of the times. I don't know. We could try this. This doesn't seem terrible. This might be better. We don't want to play 46 cards, though, for sure. So let's just do 1 Astrolabe, 1 Deg Deer. That's like 2 MU. And so our whole suite is like Maven, Deg Deer, Origami, Origami, Origami. No, MU is going to be tight. Yeah, 3 Diesel seems like a big deal. I've been actually using Brain Chip. What is Brain Chip? Do you need 3 Bizarre? Hey, Zachary, 2 seems okay in the limited testing I've done. I think you 100% need 3 Bizarre, because if you don't draw it, if 2 are on the bottom of your deck sucks. 3 Diesel also seems good. No Scavenge, the plan is just to woo the SMC 100% or woo the Chameleon. Scavenge, we don't get a lot of value from. Because the thing is, like, we're drawing 14 hand size, so, like, our woo ability cannot be counted on. Because sometimes you just draw your breakers. Yeah, let's see if we need a 3rd Diesel, but I think we're okay trying this. It's a really fun deck. Yeah, the 3rd Diesel might be good. The question also is, do you do 3rd Diesel? Do you do another Sports Hopper? And I don't think Sports Hopper's right. Adam's console. Oh, cool. That's Influence, though. It's cool, though. Oh, we're playing against Remy, and Remy's just gonna put, what's it, Miraju in our deck, and then we'll lose because he wants to snipe us. Yeah, we did drop 3 net chip. Hey, so watch. Remy's been just like ragging on me. He's like, you lose to Miraju, which is totally true. We lose to Acid Spam, so this is going to be miserable. His deck runs 1 Miraju, so whatever. Remy won a store championship last weekend with this deck. It's weird. It runs like Mumbad Virtual Tour and other stuff like that, which doesn't make that much sense to me. This hand is okay. We'd like to be able to contest a remote early, which we can't entirely do. This is a dead draw. This is actually pretty good. I think this is good enough. We'll just be light on econ. Good luck. Have fun. Hey, Zach, move face. Yeah, we can do that. That'll make the hand size conversation better. This is just good enough, right? I tried this idea and got hit with the only freaking best defense on JNet. Yeah, that's why we run Dummy Box just for that. Hey, what's up, LD on YouTube? Your face is on your cards. We have hopefully fixed that by now. So we're just going to go ahead on here, and we're going to go to deck lists, and we're going to go search for Wasa, and we're going to open his deck list, and we're going to read every single card. This is cool. This is a legitimate strategy. Buddy, where's it at? Fuck, okay, we tried. So this could be an agenda. It's not the best. I think we just want to set up, right? I think we just want to set up, because we have just about everything else that we need. So this gives a lot of value, right? like a ton of value. Also, Syncopate, what's up? So we pull out the self-modifying code. We use the self-modifying code for our origami. So like we're getting mad credits on here, and we can actually do the last one, and we'll still have money. Self-modifying code for origami. In theory, we shouldn't have used that right away. We could have just left it so that we could pull out Clot in theory, but whatever. It's on a wrong computer, so I can't exactly open that one. There you go, my dude. Thank you. Group, first to the beginner. Reverse stream +1 bad publicity. If this is the Miraju, I'm going to lose my shit. Okay, so he has a big old agenda here. I think we're going to run it. We'll run first click. Worst case scenario, we'll install Chameleon, pull technical writer, run it. I think we have this. There's very few ice that'll keep us out. Oh, actually that's one of the ice that keeps us out. That's why we should have run Inti in this deck. But there's no way we get through this because Chameleon isn't a barrier. I also don't know why his deck is running this, but it looks like to rush out. And he's going to score the 5-3, and we are screwed. It's a legal tournament move, right? Just go up and get your NRDB on the phone. Yeah, just go to the restroom or whatever. Please don't do this. So yeah, that's really, really, really bad for us. That is the one ice that we can't deal with. If we had an Inti, we would pull the Inti, remove it from the game, steal this 5-3. Like, this is, I don't think, a smart move against Caburnesse, besides this deck specifically, where he knows we don't have a Fractor. I feel cheated. Because he knows we don't have a Fractor. Fuck. The list we published had an Inti, and we would pull the Inti, get that, so whatever. Okay, we're going to draw our whole deck. We want to click for a credit to put the Bazaar down, then we can install 3 spy cameras. If he scores this, he will be down to, what, a couple credits, because this will pull back up, and then we can start like looking at the top of the deck. We also have a spy camera. It's gonna go fast, right? Because he's gonna score the 5-3 that lets him fast advance. At least we can like HQ pressure and see what he draws. No matter what, we have to click for a credit here. Or actually, we can pull this, which is better than clicking for a credit. Not much better. If we install 1-2, yeah, it's better. So we'll just take it. Not having a Fractor in 2K18, right? I mean, Halls of Worlds 2 years ago on stream just walked around and asked everyone what they were playing. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Man, and seriously, if this is the Miraju, I am going to be tilted. So I don't actually think we have to play the gamble here. I think we can just go Bazaar, Technical Writer, Tech Trader, Mass Install. Well, we're not going to run, so we might as well play the gamble. Oh, we also have Dean Lister, so we're technically fine. Like, now we can contest this remote if he jams another thing in there, because it looks like it's obvious we don't have a Fractor. We also want to keep an SMC on the table, which is kind of hard. I think without the net chip, keeping an SMC on the table is nearly impossible. Yeah, I think we made the deck worst. I think we did make the deck strictly worse, because we don't have an SMC space. Okay, so we're going to install all these. We're going to install Dean Lister. We're going to pull a Chameleon. We're going to run, because we can get this. Even if it's an Ash, I think we'll have more money than him. So we want to install this, install that, run. So install Sure Gamble, install Dean Lister, pull Maven, run. Yeah, let's make sure we get around... we have 1 Dig Deer, but that's not good enough. Leprechaun wouldn't even be better. Because Dig Deer is actually really good with Chameleon. So we're going to go get our Chameleon. We're going to say Barrier. It's not a Fractor, though. We're going to run Server 1. We're going to Dean Lister. There, we got that in chat. Break for 1. And that's not replicatable, but next turn we can draw a lot. So that was our out here. Please don't pull Maven and pull Chameleon instead. That can happen. Oh, it's an NGO front. Whatever. Trash calibration testing? Yeah, 100%. And then Chameleon goes back to hand, does not get removed from game. How's it going, Mary Chris? Love this deck. It's a fun deck. We have kind of a rough time here, but we're at least going to see the top of R&D. I think Remy drew after the Maryland, which is strictly wrong. Hey, you have to mandatory before. I've been fucking this up. I'm going to give Remy, though, the short. Hey, you have to give it mandatory after Maryland. Yo, what's up, Nick? How's it going? Oh, it's MCA? That's not that big of a deal. Unless this is a Fairchild 3.0. But we have that. So let's install all these. Yes, yes. We might as well look at the top. It's a corporate sales team. That's a really big deal. So what punishes us here? I think we just want to put Cyber Cipher on it. Run R&D. Yeah, there you go. So we don't get punished here. We called that right. Otherwise, that's a really hard punish. And we want this on there anyways. We only have 3 clicks. Did not goof that up. We're good to go. Beer in hand helps. Happy Thursday. And we got that, and we're good because we can see the top card. We're not going to see the next top card. I don't know if it's worth it, but he needs an ice on R&D. He has no card draw. This might be an issue. You see he's kind of panic drawing. We might want to deal with this. And we basically just need to play this. We'll pop one of these. Probably game day up. And another ice on R&D, so probably barrier. I'd assume it's a barrier. If he has another wraparound, I'm going to be upset. What's on top? It's an ultraviolet clearance. So yeah, I don't have a lot of counterplay to that one. Running HQ is not terrible here, but I think we kind of just want to set up. So if we play our Sports Hopper, oh, well, we can't. We'd have a click for credit first, which seems bad. So ideally, I think we just game day first. Game day will draw us 10 cards, which is a fair bit of cards. This draws us 11 cards. No, this is okay. And here we go. That's pretty good for us. We can install 2 more tech traders, which are... Oh, we can't, actually. We strictly can't. We have another Dean Lister, which is good. So I think we're going to pop this next turn, so we can just... We don't want to get greedy. The other option is clicking for credit or taking the technical writer. Well, generally we put that down first, and then we can click this to take it. We just don't have enough MU to put this down. Like, I kind of wish... Like, our deck deer is so limiting. We can also double install this, which gives us more technical writer value, so that's probably worth it too. And those slots are tight, but what about Corporate Defectors? Corporate Defectors is really cool, and I'd be very interested in that Geeky Coconut. I think that's one of the cards that definitely should be considered. It's a really cool card. So Ultraviolet is going to make HQ really, really big. He's also not using his MCA austerity policy. We don't have any HQ multi-access. But, so we know that's not an agenda. Those are a bunch of upgrades. I assume there's going to be an MCA in there. Or, sorry, what's it called? A virtual tour. I think we can look at the top card. The other option is that we install this first. But this will give us the 2 credits. That's technically faster. It's another corporate sales team. Oh, me, oh my. So how do we get in here? Because we can get in there. We also did not find our Mad Dash yet in the bottom 13. So we can pop this for 11. We need to pop this. And the question is, what's in his deck? Also, James, how's it going? What do you think of the Virus Breakers coming out? It's hard to say. I think... Here, I'll get back to that question on their turn. Because I can talk for that for a bit. But okay, so what can we do here? If this is an Architect, it's bad. If this is any other Sentry, it's not that bad. Trash Program subroutines are not the worst. We can just, like, levy out of this. But that's the problem, is that we don't have enough MU to install this, and with net chips we did, so we could run like more easily. Maybe 2 Chameleons is good, but we could install the Chameleon as barrier, run, and then Architect. They'd have to put it somewhere. I think we'll do that. Can they score next turn? No, they can't. But 1 in 5 on HQ is way worse than what we could make this. Oh, we also don't even have MU for this. Like, fuck. Yeah, this deck deer, I don't like it the slightest. We could trash one of the Origamis. That's not terrible. We don't really need that big of a hand size anymore. We could also just run it. Well, we'll need the money no matter what. You can get out of the hand this turn if you feel lucky. We could pull the deck deer, but then everything we install in it gets trashed too. But no, you can pull the Chameleon back first, but that's not good. We could pull the Maven. No, we can't even. Thinking. This is hard. Also, hello. Yo, how's it going, James? Mika, also, how are you doing? I think we just probably pop this. I think we just pop this. It's a click, though. I think we're just going to get rid of one of our Origamis. It's fine. We'll pop this. Say barrier, install Dean Lister, run. Running last click sucks. Dean Lister is also technically free. Do we need Dean Lister? Yeah, wraparound bones us. If that was the case, we strictly should have installed this first, because we would have got 1 more credit. Oops. I'm thinking this is the barrier that retains strength. Good luck, us. Pop drop? Yeah, we have MU problems. Run Maryland and force the shuffle? That's interesting, but I'd rather have this. Dean Lister. Oh, it's just a pop-up window. God damn it. We made a really inefficient turn because of a pop-up window. But at least we're technically on game point. Our hand size is going to throw out no cards. We have a corporate sales team. Let's go. Whew. So, James, in terms of those virus breakers, what I think is that it's really hard. Why not add brain chip for MU? It's influence, and I don't think we need it. We already have a lot. Dude, you gotta do that. What do I think? Yeah, it's hard to tell. When you're using, like, if all your breakers depend on viruses, that might get really dodgy really quick. I don't know. What's in that server? Oh, they're just fast advancing. And that might be an issue. Like, a purge gets so much value. So I'm pretty sure that, like, one that uses all the viruses at once might be too much of a liability. And I'm not convinced Acacia is the best way to do it. Oh. 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 Oh, that's bad. Okay, we need to keep going here. And, like, not having this on the table means, yeah, it's not good for us. Okay, so we need to see what's on top of R&D and we can win. We did not. We have 3 more of those. We have no card draw in our hand. I guess we have this for card draw. We could host cards on here and pop it. So it's 2 clicks for 2 credits. Not particularly good. Oh, now how's it going? Yeah, that was a pretty ambitious fast advance. And the problem is, like, with 2 of these, they can score a 4-2 from hand. So I think we actually just have to slam HQ. I think we just slam HQ a bunch here. We can also run through here once. Oh no, we're 1 credit short. We are literally 1 credit short. Oh no, we can pop this. Okay, so we can run through here last click. So I think we'll run HQ twice, run R&D once. Because, like, there's so many things they can fast advance out. Pop up. Pop up. It doesn't matter if they top deck it. We don't win, right? Like, they probably have 2 or 3 of these, but I don't know how he deals with, like, Clot. I think he just doesn't play against Clot. Okay. Ultraviolet, which he can't play. So I think we know 2 cards in there. So let's throw some stuff out. This MU card, again, another MU doesn't help us that much. We don't need the Bazaars, that's for sure. And I don't think best defense matters. Yo, Justin Chris, how's it going? I'm pretty sure you get Maryland credits and Trasher before you do. 100%, you do that before mandatory, and he's been goofing that up. I think we just lose right here. If he top deck it, I'm going to be upset. Yeah, that's it. We'll tweak it down. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. Yeah, we could have ran that. So, yeah, that didn't work out well for us. So, what do we need to draw? We need to draw these. We need to draw the Mad Dash. And one in hand. Oh, fuck. They had an agenda in hand, and we ran 3 times and we didn't hit it. Oh, that's not great. So, yeah, that's an issue. If we had Inti, we would have got it. Oh, it's an elective upgrades in hand, and we would have won. Oh, shit. So, yeah, not having the Inti really boned us. I think this is way worse. The Dean Listers are cool. Definitely the Dean Listers are cool, but if we didn't have the Dean Listers, we would have installed our Maven, and that would have been better for us. So we wouldn't have to struggle with this thing as much as, like, it technically is a struggle. Yeah, that kind of worked out. I think we did not make this deck better. I think we made this deck worse. I'm like on the cool Woo stuff. Yeah, Woo has a lot of options. A lot of options. A lot of them revolve around Origami. So here, I just don't like this one. It's too slow. Double Cyber Cypher, actually, I do like that a bunch. What else do we add? We had a double Dean Lister. Let's just go down to 1. Astrolabe also strictly didn't matter. I'm going to put the net chips back in and just see how they do. So basically, can we change the Dean Lister to something else? We could change it to Corporate Defector, which is fun. 30 chance of missing the HQ agenda 3 times in a row. Yeah, we got a bit unlucky there. We can also put the Inti back in, so wraparound isn't that big of a deal in the early game. With 1 Dean Lister, it's just not, like, getting Chameleon and Dean Lister together is not, like, that likely. So it's either add a Diesel or add a Defector. I want to try Corporate Defector. It seems more fun. Yeah, Dean Lister was really good. Dean Lister! Let's try this one more time. Yeah, Corporate Defector is definitely fun. And if we see what they draw, as long as they don't play clearance, and that's the issue right now, is that clearances are very popular. Hey, how's it going? Okay, so Jinteki is actually, excuse me one second, is a matchup that warrants some careful play. And that's for 2 reasons. Firstly, Komainu is absolutely brutal when you have 14 hand size. Best of luck. Thanks, you too. And have fun. And also, Psychic Field is absolutely brutal as well. And that reason, I would not. We have to play with Bookmark very, very, very carefully. This hand is absolute garbage. There's only 1 card in it. We can play this early in the game, so we're gonna mulligan it. That's technically better, I guess. We also have 2 levies, which is really good, but if they score like a Cronus Project, it's an issue. We do have perfect information, though. We can see the top of R&D, and that's very good. Didn't snipe? Remy, you totally sniped. You rushed behind a wraparound when we had a self-modifying code. How much of a snipe is that? We're like Caburnesse. Why are you trying to score behind a wraparound? That's a Maryland campaign. These decks actually struggle with money, but if we trash this... it's generally worse for us. Right? Because our money is a lot worse, so I think we'll let them have it. And we'll just go for the hand size thing. We have this in hand, which sucks. You want this in your deck. In fact, we want most of these in our deck. And we got to use this, otherwise we'll lose it. And going into 1 credit's also pretty rough. There's no reason to. If we draw, though, we could draw the Origami with SMC. That's actually not that bad. 1 Hunting Grounds? We don't have Hunting Grounds. I knew your deck, that's different? Yeah, right, Remy. Okay. Cool. So, Everfree says, Origami. That's good for us. So, Psychic Field does wipe our game days, which sucks. I don't know what this could possibly be, but it's going to largely cost a lot of money to trash this. I think we can go find out what it is. If it's like Breaker Bay Grid into... This like actually might just be asset spam. Like, if it's Breaker Bay Grid into hostile infrastructure, we want to kind of trash that now. And if we lose both of these, we'll be upset. But we'll take the 5 credits and run this. In theory, we need 9 credits to contest this appropriately, but we'll go find out. If it's Hokusai, that's the best case. Hokusai agenda. It could be Psychic Field into Prysec and we just lose the game. Oh, it looks like it is. Luckily, we hit it in the right order. Oh, Snare. Oh, we lost both our game days. That's pretty bad. And we're tagged now. I think we'll just go take these credits and then die to double neural. We actually died at boom. I think we should probably just let Jinteki do whatever they want. The fact that we lost both game days is like the worst thing ever. The fact that we're tagged is also really bad. They're doing this over and over again? Is being tagged me that bad? No, I don't think so. I think we'll just sit back with spy cameras. I see Everfree on stream all the time. Is he a friend? No, I don't know who this person is. You're right, though. We did play against them a lot. Just don't hit our spy camera. You can hit anything else. Oh, it's Kronos. Fantastic. And you hit our spy camera. Are you serious? So we lost a lot of breakers. Alright, well, that's good. We shouldn't run with 4 cards, actually. That's a mistake because of Obokata. Trash NGO front. Yeah, so we'll draw once. We should actually be running HQ. So there's the Komainu. That's good. We'll run less click. Why not? It's a snare. Can't pay for it. It's good for us. Again, we have 2 levies, so things are not that bad. That was the worst case scenario, is this agenda, which is actually relatively popular right now. But playing this deck with 2 game days, like, we just can't do what we wanted to do. We're going to have to do something else. And they also did that in the wrong order. I don't know why Jinteki.net doesn't do that in the right order. Oh, just a heads up. You need to click your Maryland before mandatory, so you have a chance of drawing it. So that's likely the Kamainu. Again, I don't care about her hand, so we can just keep running this. Yeah, this is a grand. We also should run this with 4 credits, right? So we can trash Hokusai. This deck looks like it would love Hokusai. I'm also wondering if they're actually going to use the tags or it's just something else. And, like, you see how little credits they have? Like, trashing the Maryland campaign would have been so right. Oh, it's all good. So we'll access a new one. It's a Maryland campaign. We just talked about this. But if we trash this, we can't trash the prize tag that's in here. So let's see if they paid 2 credits for the prize tag. Yeah, we'll trash it. So we lost another break. 3 tags, not great. Running HQ, we can't. Does money matter? Not. You sure this order is forced? Yeah, because it says the beginning of turn. Oh, it's a punitive Counter-Strike deck. That's really good to know. So actually trashing this has a lot of value. It always gives me a prompt to use Maryland before draw. I've never seen that. Can't say I've seen that. Okay, so they're definitely running Obokata Protocol. They might even be running the other 5-3. But we need a lot of money, which is an issue because we are 3 tags deep. This is also garbage. Oh man, this is so bad. Yeah, our only way to break this is Maven. I think we surrender. Right, like our econ engine is dependent on removing all these tags. With the best card I guess we have in our deck right now might just be Sports Hopper. We shouldn't have interacted with them. We only 100% should have just done our game plan. We should not have interacted with the traps. Yeah, tags turn off Tech Redder. Tags turn off Tech Trader. So like we have to clear these tags before we have an economy. We need more money from them to interact with them because we're not running Film Critic. We're actually running no restrict. Oh yeah, we're running Levy. So I guess we just do single accesses, never steal Obokatas. I think we're boned. I think our chance of winning this is like abysmally low because they're probably running a lot of 3-pointers and then some 1-pointers. Yeah, Mushin no Shin means the 3-pointers. So luckily we'll just die soon. That's like the best. Maybe they go to few credits and they can't res the Komainu? I don't know. Why didn't they Mushin that? Oh, Bookmark's actually good too. Bookmark gets around this ice. This is an NGO front. Fine. Cool. Fine. Like that's not, I don't think this one's particularly good in trap decks because if you run it, nothing happens. If you don't run it, nothing happens. Run 1 misdirection for tags. It's just not worth it. Like we don't interact and we generally have more money than the corp. It's cool though. It's just not in this deck specifically because we generally have 1 billion credits. Yeah, okay. This stops us from dying to punitive too. This is technically an option. Don't want that, don't want that. Actually, no, we want this. Don't want... No, this is worth keeping. We don't want this, this, or this. Right? Because as soon as they can punitive us, we can drop. I think we're just going to run HQ a bunch. Drop, run HQ. Oh, they're Mushining. Okay. That's fine. So we need, for this, we need 6 cards. Draw. 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 Well, this was a waste. The thing is we died a punitive here. Oh, it's a June bug. That's fine. Still kept the levy. This is not fun, guys. This is not going to work out. Yikes. Yeah, we shouldn't interact with them. Like, our deck is really strong. The fact that we can see the top of R&D, the fact that we'll have more money than them turns off so much of their stuff. We are very weak to, what's it called? Like, this agenda does bonus. I think we can just surrender this. Oh, there you go. Do you mind if I respectfully concede? We're at 0 points. If it's Junebug, it's fine. No, it's fine. I just don't think we did the right game plan and we can't recover from this. Thanks. Woof, that's really rough. Not proud of that. Just run everything till you die. That's actually probably a more reasonable strat. At least it's showy. Oh, if you're just tuning in, my name is Andre. Sorry about that. We are going to respectfully concede there. We'll try this one again. Yeah. Taking on the tags was too big of an issue. My engine wasn't going to work. Yeah, losing our breakers, that sucks. I don't actually think we needed it. There's actually, what we probably could have done is just like clicked for credits and removed all the tags and then started our engine again. But and they weren't really pushing us, so actually maybe that was an option we had, and we didn't lose that much. We probably should have just like done damage control. Yeah, maybe we didn't have to lose that one. Because we could have just click, 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 remove, remove, remove. Losing 2 game days, actually, maybe that makes our game plan bad. Alright, let's give that another shot. If you're just tuning in, by the way, my name is Andre. This is the Metropole Grid. Thanks for dropping by, either whether you're on Twitch or the YouTube. If you're new to the game, I highly recommend you. Either in Twitch, you don't need like an email verification. Make an account. Start talking, saying things. Okay, money matters. Because this game is very intimidating. Maybe you're new, maybe you've been playing for a while. It's the nicest way to meet the community, to ask questions. It's such a big deal. People are so great. This is Spark Agency. It's a deck that happens to probably run a lot of assets. Our economy is really good, and we actually have like a relatively okay start. This card actually does get a lot of value in the early game. If we never interact with them, they can keep us at 0. But if we don't interact with them, they can't hit us. Like, I'm imagining this deck is playing things like threat assessment. It might be playing things like probably playing economic warfare. You're no frozen yogurt for anyone, stuff like that. Against Scorpio, Remy, we lose. Yeah, we 100% lose against Scorpio. That's fine. It's like playing an Exile deck. It's like, oh, I built a cool deck, but the Netrunner gods printed Scorpio. That just says, did you build a cool recursion deck? Good luck. Like, fucking Scorpio is so dumb. That being said, I play Scorpio. Alright, so they res this, we lose a credit, that's fine, not that big of a deal. So let's just get our economy engine set up. We don't have a game day. Ideally, we want to draw a game day. Drawing it to Sure Gamble doesn't do anything. That's actually pretty funny. It's still worth clicking for credit and hitting that up. Now, Sweeps Week used to be a thing. There's a big reason why big hand size was not great, but that's no longer a problem. I think installing self-modifying code is probably fine. I guess best case scenario is that we top deck in, what's it called? The one that gives you credit, technical writer, which we don't have. I think we're just clicking for credit is probably fine. We want to keep our economy up. That Pan Campaign art is so much better. This is not the new one, right? This is the alt art? Or is the alt art on the new one? Play EMP Strike instead of Spy Cam? Yeah, that'll do it. Then we have a good deck. Now, luckily, they're not spamming. A lot of upgrades you can expect in this deck. A lot of their advertisements are ice, like things like pop-up window and an offer you can't refuse. So if we don't interact with them, it might be harder for them to sap our credits. I actually like the old clunky art more. I do, actually. I wish the art for Pad Campaign, the alt art, it's fun, but I wish it was simpler. They also mulligan, so they might have a bunch of agendas in here. Like, one of these could easily be an AR enhanced security. The problem is, we're going to sit back and do our game plan, just like we talked about. We need to find that game day. We need to find that game day. We need to find that game day. Oh, I'll take that. We got to throw some cards out, which is actually kind of awkward. I did not consider the ramifications of that action. This is for Toll Booth. We need the Bazaar. We also need the game day. Bias reporting is good against this deck. I don't know if a lot of people play it. Core 2 is objectively better art in every way. Geeky Coconut, I disagree with you because a lot of the shaper art looks all the same to me. I think all the Biroids also look the same to me. That could be, though, because I just learned them the other way. If you don't draw game day, you're screwed. No, we have other card draws. We have Diesel. We have Hopper. This deck probably wants 3 Diesels, but if you don't draw game day, yeah, it's a lot worse. It's not better. And like they're not resing any of this stuff. Again, I think one of these is probably a Beal. I'm more of a fan of a lot of the old art, though. I admit the new art is more realistic. I kind of miss the old graphic novelist style. It was super inconsistent, but there's a lot of fun stuff. Silver Fox Gabe is nice. He is. I like the new Gabe. Let's find a game day. Let's find a game day. Wow. Wow. Okay, at least if we put this down, it does something. New Whirlpool being old art data sucker. Yeah, that's super weird. Not the biggest fan. We lost the credit there. It's not a big deal. PE net damage spam has been eating my Sunny deck alive. Kakugo, Data Loop, House of Knives, Obokata is brutal. Got any advice for dealing with that much net damage? You can run yeah, there you go. Not like we didn't call it. There's like specific tech cards you can run in that Arias to like prevent net damage. Kakugo is get wrecked by D-Res effects. If you have Sunny, you have Hunting Grounds in that data pack. It's a 1 influence card that gets around Data Loop. But otherwise, Film Critic, Imp, those deal with Obokata really well. Ah, shit. How good of a comment? A Munbad Virtual Tour would be rough. It would be rough. Getting this down has some value. It's like clicking for a credit. But we have 2 of these Bazaars. We draw for a Bazaar, we can throw out one of these net chips and something else. Yeah, okay. Yikes. I like old Reyna better than new Reyna. They're similar. I like the gun. Slot Ankuza. Yeah, Ankuza, Nutritional Zero is pointing out in Twitch chat. Oh, yes, that's actually a good one to deal with Kakugo or Data Loop. The bounce is really strong. Sager's cool too. Yeah, it's good anti-Kakugo attack. The problem is if it goes back to your hand, they can kind of hit it with like, what's it called? House of Knives, and that sucks. Take one back. Your hand size is 6. Oh, yeah, thank you. Forgot about that. All right, that server we can't interact with. It will sap all our credits. Let's go. All right, so what's going to happen is we're not going to have a game day, but we're going to be able still to get all the value from the spy cameras. And their ice is probably not that good, so we can actually see what's going on. Dr. Apathy, Hosteroid, also, yeah, hand size 6 is good enough. We also might just want to, like, levy. I don't know. That's probably not better than drawing, but we levy, we can have a chance of finding the game day. And these are all worth 1 credit. Looks like they're building that remote server. We haven't seen the restricted card, assuming food. What is Liga stuff? Liga is one of the artists on Netrunner who does a lot of art, and Nick likes her art a lot. He's a big fan. I am too. Let's start looking. There's a virtual tour on top. That's a big reason not to run this remote. Man, we set up really slow here. Corporate Defector. That actually is going to matter because they're going to have to draw at some point. Oh, this really sucks. That 3rd Diesel would be good. Imagine that Cyber Cypher was a Diesel. Okay. We didn't even need to play the gamble there. New art should be biometric spoofing. We should have a lot of those. Good point, Andre. I run con and actually forgot that the reinstall was an ID specific thing. Yeah, 100%. Charles, hand size is 6. You shouldn't have discarded there. Yeah. Twitch chat got her back. Appreciate it too, though. I'm not used to having 1 Origami. Yeah, Liga's art's really good. She does all the like really cool digital stuff. A lot of the animals are Liga's. Okay. Well, yeah, this server has a couple Mumbit virtual tours in it. No questions asked. Probably no agendas in HQ. Hard hitting news on the top. That's fine. That's fine. This is good. This is really good. So we don't have to discard here. Oh my god. So in our deck, there is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 7 draw cards out of 25. That's almost 1 in 4. No, that's worse. Yeah, it's almost 1 in 4. One in Rome. Oh, wait, another click. Yeah, whatever. Oh, okay, fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. This is fine. So they're going to score that food. They're going to go up to game point. We're going to look like we can stop the fast advance. Our deck is going to do nothing. Is that the big old Beal? Oh, it's an SSL endorsement. That makes a lot of sense. So we don't even know what the restricted card is. There's the game day. Pad campaign on top, don't need that. We have all the card draw cards we'll possibly need. So we can install everything really quick and then game day up, but this game day is definitely going to find the next game day. So I think we can just go ahead and do it. Oh wait, hand size. Oh my god, that was bad. We just paid 2 clicks and a credit to draw 2 cards. Oh, should not do that. Oh no, we meant to install that. That was a mistake. Yikes. We played what's worse than a diesel. Oh no. Hey Andre, I built a Wound Deep Data Miner with Echo Mine. It's hilarious. I've heard decks like that. That seems really fun. Great. Well, that was strictly dumb. That's where you're meant to do it. Whatever, we have another game day, right? Oh my god. This is bad. This is really bad. Shame. Shame. Ugh. If you're just tuning in, we're better than that. And I'll proudly say that. So they just drew a pad campaign. If they draw anything for a click, we'll see what it goes. The problem is if anything goes to the remote, like that red herrings they drew, that server is like red herrings, product placement, Mumbed Virtual Tour. Just watch out. So we don't need to run that. Don't need to run that. That's a pad campaign. That's a red herrings. So things are fine. Ooh, we lost a credit. And like we've drawn nothing good. This deck drew horribly. And like we have no doubles to install. Like we only have one of these. We only have one of these. I think we actually need to install and draw with this. Wow. That's abysmal. We're not going to know what they draw here, so we're going to miss one card. How are you going to contest before they win? We don't. We win off of R&D. They have one piece of ice. So they drew Data Raven. They drew a Boom. So they're a Boom deck. That's fine. We can put down... Like, Boom does nothing. What's that card? We didn't see that card. So maybe we lose the game. I don't know. Okay, so what are our options here? We can play Game Day to draw a lot. It'll draw 6 for 2 clicks. It's like double diesel for 1. Bookmark that Game Day and Levy, but Levy only draws us 5. I think we actually want to get the rest of our chips. So I think we actually want to, like, it's convoluted, but like install the bookmark, put things on the bookmark. Game Day. It's way too slow. That's our whole turn. I think we just have to like do a raw Game Day here. IP block on the top. That's not an issue. And maybe we lose. I don't know. Maybe we just lose here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think what you mean by storing the game day and living. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Oh, that's a good game. We did nothing. We did that thing where I get really upset when players do that in Netrunner, where they have like a really cool idea and then don't interact with you. They're like, oh, I'm going to sit back and build my thing. Oh, it's coming together. I've built such a cool Netrunner deck. And you're like, did you run once? No. That's brutal. That's really brutal. Yeah. So that's not a surprise. Like, and that's the thing is you just can't run that. That's why I think like Apocalypse decks are really good right now, because this is what people are doing. People are building like big ass Alpha servers. People are doing like CI Rush and shit, and they have a lot of ice and a lot of upgrades. So maybe it's easy to build up, but like you just can't interact with this. It's impossible. So you don't run it. That being said, we didn't get our econ engine up. Maybe we could have contested that. Yeah, that's rough, right? But you want by any means? Yeah, maybe, but that's like a 5 influence card. Like Apocalypse is like 3. Is there a reason you're not using run ability to pull SMC and Origami out of the deck so you don't draw them in your quest for game days? There's only one. And we didn't even have MU, I don't think, for a while for that. Let's try once more. Those were some miserable games. Those were the worst the deck has ever done. One of them was a piloting error. Yeah, Singularity is also like a 4-cost double. It's like 3 or 4 influence, but there's need to be more cards like that, maybe. But then like Glacier looks really bad. Yeah, good old game of Not Runner. That's like really bad radio. If you're watching this, recorded or live, you deserve better. Oh boy. Let's give this another shot. This deck is technically good. If we play against Acid Spam as like our last deck, we're just gonna close the stream, right? I'm convinced Apocalypse is actually really good right now. Just really good. Because people are doing that. Like, so many of these decks, like, all the Wayland decks are really weak to Apocalypse because their ice is not good. They don't have recursion. Maybe these are the Apocalypses we're talking about. Whoa, holy shit, there's a lot of Wayland in here. Yeah, I think it's good. I just think it's good. Architect is kind of common. It's not that great in some of the rush decks, but like a lot of these HP decks are either CI or Asa, and those are kind of good to Apocalypse. Now, CI decks, or generally Asa decks or CI decks are running clearances, so they can draw up a lot and like fix their hand or whatever. But yeah. If he's going to spend 4 and 2 clicks, he needs to draw at least 3 cards. I don't know what you're talking about, Jim, exactly. No balls off. It is asset spam just to close the stream. I think against asset spam, we're still okay. 100% completion rate. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Alright, so this is the Miraju deck. Our hand's actually really good. Besides no game day, which, do we mulligan for game day? I think we might want to mulligan for game day. This is good. We have economy. It's bad that we have this. But it seems like so much of our deck, we need to draw a card in our opening hand. So let's go ahead and mulligan this. This is really good that we can do Sure Gamble to Technical Writer into Origami. But like so much of this deck at this point is like drawing. I think we need another Diesel in this deck. It would be drawing the game day in the next 3 to 4 cards. This hand's really good otherwise. It's a very quick start. But if we have a game day, any hand is a good start. Just to get on the last game day. Do we keep this, chat? Thanks, you too. Chat, what do you think? Doesn't have a draw card, but it has the strong opening. Chameleon in hand sucks. Chat, what do you think? I'm giving up. M&A says Molly. We're getting a lot of keeps here. Okay, we'll keep this. Sorry, M&A, you got outvoted. YouTube's also... Oh, actually, YouTube split. Oh, we're high rolling it? We high rolled... Yeah, we didn't. Go big or go home. Ah, fuck. Okay. The YouTube delay is like 2 seconds longer than Twitch delay. Excuse me. Are you serious? Hopefully. These are agroplexes, right? And we'll draw a lot. Or they're all psychic fields. I guess we can draw here. If we draw an Origami or SMC, SMC is the worst draw. That's fine. Okay, it's not great. Mistake of the century. Netrunner plays, or Twitch plays Netrunner. Oh yeah, drawing sucks. Oh, it's an Agroplex. Okay, we'll find our card. Yeah, you see, there's our game day. I forgot we're playing against Paula now. This doesn't seem that asset spammy. Now you can blame losing on not taking my advice. I appreciate that, actually. That's a really good... That's a support structure that I think is very important that we set up here. Okay, so this deck could run Miraju, Kamainu, Psychic Field. All those are issues. If they're... I don't know why they're doing this. This could be fast advance, but generally that helps us more. If they're asset spam, playing Agroplex seems just bad, because it helps us recover from the tempo that we could just be clicking for credits and trashing their shit. So, I don't know. If we draw once, we give them money. So I guess, yeah, we can always draw once and then, yeah, repair our hand with this stuff. So we can have a 9 hand size. Oh, we also have a bigger hand size because of this, which is cute. That makes our game day better. Okay, well, we already have a hand size of 10. 11. Let's go. They're definitely running Kamainu. It's going to be terrible. Oh, we did draw a Sports Hopper, which is technically a draw card. Smells like a political dealings deck. Could be Jinja political dealings. Could just be political dealings. If that's the case, we'll pull out our caught. Yikes. And it looks like they know what we're doing. Why are they double icing R&D? I want to run this. Gene Splicer. Okay. The Defector is not that good. They have some card draw here, but if they want to spam... Oh, hey, look what we found. Whoa, I like that one. Unfortunately, we have a hand size of 1 billion. Okay, this is fine. Maven breaks Kamainu for only 1 billion credits. It's some credits. A couple credits. So let's hope the servers like Miraju, Kamainu. In that order. They have 23 credits. They could also be on Punitive. Mind you, we are going to boost up. They played Scarcity. Is that an issue? Yeah. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, kinda. So let's do our thing. SMC into Origami. Hand size of 16. So if we play our game day, we spend 2 clicks and a credit to draw up 8, which is not bad. Don't need game, yeah, maybe not, but playing the Bazaar for 3 is going to be kind of rough. So no matter what our plan is, it's going to be based on popping this. We don't want to draw this turn specifically. I think we can just like run HQ. If we hit the like Obokata, we'll steal it, turn this off. There might be an agenda in here, right? Like the fact that they're not drawing. Oh, they have a Komainu. That's really good. Breach Dome. So that hit 2 spy cameras. That's kind of rough. We run last click. We're punished by Snare. So we know 1 card's Komainu. We lost 2 over spy cameras, which sucks. Again, we do have a levy to get out of this. We'll just click for credit. We can also pull this. We can also put cards on here to make the game day better. I feel okay with this because, oh, oops. You can't actually do that. That's an illegal play. So we'll host some stuff on here. We don't need 2 of these. We want to keep that levy safe from damage. Chameleon's better in hand. We're going to eventually have to play this. And we want to maybe keep the Maven from damage. So this is good. It makes the Komainu less bad. This is fine. This is fine. I'm going to rewatch the stream later and take a shot every time you say game day. Well, hey, we're going to say game day one more time. I was watching the last like unboxing I did, and the amount of times I said that's, what did I say? It's like, that's a big deal. I say big deal way too much. Like way too much. So they drew a Harvester. This is a mill deck. That's fucking funny. It's going to do very little though. It draws 3 cards, discards enter the hand size. So there's only 2 unknown cards in here. That's okay. So we can now play game day. They're really trying to mill us out, huh? So, technical writer costs 2. This is rough. No, that's a Chainwork Andreism. That's a big deal. We can install this for 3, which gives us some clicks and credits back. I think we want to just like disrupt the agenda here. The problem now is obviously Komainu is like monstrous. Literally monstrous. Reminding me of Bug Out Bag. But our deck is technically doing something and they're nowhere near scoring, which is kind of a cool thing we've got going on. This Corporate Defector is really good. We could just, like, we want to get cards out of our hand. We might as well just, like, slow install spy cameras. I started making contact for Arkham Horror, and I noticed I say, so that's cool. Way too much. Yeah, listen to the stuff you make. That's, like, the easiest way to get better. Yeah, so that's cool. If they're playing a mill deck with Harvester and the Agroplex and all that, are they playing Obokata? Does that make a lot of sense? It looks like they're playing Gene Splicer, probably playing NGO Front 2. Yo, what's up, Mario? What's the influence spent on this deck? Could it play Hunting Grounds against Komainu? It couldn't. You don't have any influence to work with. You could just dump all your cards onto Bookmark, which is the plan. Like, we'll just get our hand size down real small. And they might have... I don't know. I think they're just hoping to mill us out with Agroplex. Which is not easy. Like, these don't work well together. It's crazy how often you don't realize until you record yourself. Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird thing. If we look at the top of the deck, we're not going to run, so it doesn't really matter. I think we can just, like, diversify here. And they can never flood us if we can just put everything we want on here. Let's put 1 game day. We don't need 2 of these. Dummy box actually might be worth installing, but it's going to cost us 3 credits, which is kind of rough. I like our MU cards. Oh, yeah, we could have installed that for 2. We're definitely not going to need Diesel. Where's our second levy? It's still in the deck, which is fine. We're drawing slowly. Why would I help Big Brother getting info out of me? You burn the recording. Destroy it. It says you can play this with the orange border, but you can't because of scarcity. I think actually clicking for credits is not terrible. We can also just pop this, which is better, but we might need that money. I don't know. Even if we play 3 from this, like, we can recover very quickly. If we pop all of these, we gain like 1, 2, 3, 4. So technically credit positive. And the Komainu is likely here. We also could replace our Mad Dash with Current, with Freedom Through Equality, just to turn off stuff like this, but they're probably running more than one of these. And they are replanting. So they brought back the Agroplex, and they can install 2 cards from HQ. That's honestly not terrible. I had to do a Census Bureau survey. That's how I felt the whole time. Yeah. Oh, no, we have the census in Canada, too. So, face down card. If it's Psychic Field, it's bad. If it's a Brain Trust, I honestly don't care. They have enough money to res whatever, and we have no money. So I think we need to get our engine rolling. Which means things like this. There's a water monopoly. What is going on? What is this? That's actually going to be annoying. What is this? What? What? Well, it's going to be an HQ. Oh. Whoa. I don't know. Are they grinding us out? I played that card in PE. I don't get it in PE. Like, money doesn't matter. Score that water monopoly. Yeah! It's food and water and mental health. So this is actually 4 to install right now, which is obnoxious. It looks like it might be a theme deck. This is like all the good stuff. It's like replanting, splicing. Breach Dome isn't good, actually. Along with Ancestral Imaging, because we had a guy on Maven or Revoir. Okay, well, I still think we want to put this down. We paid 4 for that. Still not a terrible card. So we can pop this for 12. We can look at the top for 2. Looking at the top doesn't have that much value, Yagura, because we're not going to run it. So to be able to run it, we need to get down our breaker, which means we need to get these 2 down. Getting these 2 down would be better if we installed this first, but this one costs 3. Is this the first? No. Is this the first? No. It's so crazy. Some of these say first and some don't, and it's like totally not reasonable. So we don't want to pay 3 credits for this, do we? No, because then we play 3 credits for these. Oh, wait, we don't even have Bazaar out. Bazaar's going to cost us 4. Oh, we're having so much fun tonight. Ah, fuck. Like, Jesus, okay. Again, Apocalypse decks are looking pretty good. So there's a Harvester Komainu. Komainu right now costs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to break, which is some. Got a Tech Trader. Tech Trader is good. Tech Trader will give us money in the long game because like they have another water monopoly. If they score that, like they're only on 2 points. Like it's still gonna take a while for them to win. So we're not in a rush. Haven't seen a restricted card, whether they're on Bacata. We're assuming that's a monopoly, and that is going to be annoying. That's almost definitely the monopoly. Even that, it's a Gene Splice or an NGO front. Either way, I don't care. Those are 1-pointers. And one of them isn't anything. So this is 4. This is 3. That's so bad. That can't have been the right play. Okay. All right. How do you monopolize water twice? That'd be a duopoly. Yeah. They own everything twice over. It's a stronger monopoly. Oh. Uh-oh. It's an improved protein source. This is so thematic. I'm a big fan. They gave us 4 credits, though, so like that kind of like counteracts everything else they're doing. Yikes. This is not good for us. And we're not drawing anymore, like. And so that's the monopoly. Alright, so Komainu is not that bad. Yaguru is not that bad. Harvester is like whatever. I think we run this one. You're not interacting again. I've noticed that. It's a Harvester. Fire. So you haven't seen Harvester? We draw a bunch of cards and then discard down to hand size. So like this is actually really good for us. Like that's exactly what we wanted. Hand size is 10. So these don't work well together. If this is a Komainu, though. Ah, fuck. Gains 10 subroutines, huh? Okay. We can trash this for 2 credits. So we'll just let some amount of these fire. That's ideally the combo. That's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. This is okay, though. I'm fine with this. This is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hit me for 2. So if we don't lose our levy, it's the best case. If we don't lose either of these, it's good. We lost the dummy box. It's fine. Hopper's fine, too. Overall, that was fine. Yeah, that's a water monopoly, we know. And that turns off the current, which is like the biggest deal. Because now we can do this. Oh, no, we can't because of the other water monopoly. That's actually pretty funny. But at least we can do that. And Chameleon plays around Komainu. You have a levy? Yeah, we have a second levy on the bookmark. But now I think we're in a good spot. So I think these are the last 2 cameras. Yeah, that's rough. Does it count as a monopoly if we both have one? It evens out. Yeah, they lived the dream, hey, Zach? They totally lived the dream with the Harvester Komainu. So we don't know what they draw anymore. We knew nothing. If it was a Psychic Field, it wouldn't make sense. If it was a Psychic Field, you don't res the Komainu. Ado is asking the right questions. Yeah. No idea what that is either. It's probably another Harvester Monopoly on this, but like, if we just break one of them. We break this for 3. I don't know. Maybe this is fine. But we are in no rush. That being said, they are technically on game point with improved protein source. Technically. Is this another one? Can they fast advance it if we don't run? Maybe. Will that be an issue? Likely. But we can get a lot of cards out of our hand relatively quickly. So we'll install both of these. We can look at the top for 2. It's a shipment from Tenon. Fuck, now we have to run every turn. So we have to play Netrunner, which honestly shouldn't be an issue. We can put one of these on R&D. That means we can break the Cortex lock. Or I mean the other one. We need to actually get this down too. So is it cheaper to break the Harvester or let it fire? Eventually we won't have cards to draw. So let's go for it. Install program. We're going to say Sentry. We're going to take 9 credits and we'll run HQ. We got to make a successful run every turn. If this is a shipment, if this is the 4-3, they shipment from 10 it out, it'll be bad. So we want to make a, is it a run or is it a successful run? That's a pup. Yeah, we'll pay for pup. We can also let pup fire and then it makes this Komainu worse. Oh, it's double pup. Technically attacks. And you see how much better pup is than that brain damage card? I guess brain damage is meant to be better, but whatever. Archive memories. So archive memories can get the current back. Not much else. That's another Agroplex. Let's go. And Agroplex actually gets around corporate defectors. So they're drawing 2 cards that we don't see. Or actually 1 card, right? Because we saw the top card, which I forget what it was immediately. Yep. Just needs a TLDR in front of the Komainu for maximum. It might happen. I wouldn't be surprised. Top of the deck, hedge fund, doesn't matter. Still want to make a successful run. Breach Dome and Archives. We can just go trash one of these mental health clinics. Not like it matters. Actually, we don't want to do that. But we want to make a successful run. So we'll just probably like make a shit run somewhere. What did we see on the top? We saw something like reasonable. What are we doing here? We need a levy relatively soon, but we need to make a successful run. Your head is in the way of your installed cards. Thank you. There's no good place to put me. I'm going to shrink. 1 sec. That's good for my ego. It was a hedge. Yeah, but we saw something before that. Also, Shazner, what's up? Okay, so what do we want to do? We want to make a successful run here. If this is a Komainu, it's bad. It could be the Yagura. We saw that. I don't mind if they hit us with the Yagura. If they hit the levy, it's like just kind of annoying. But this is... The fact that we didn't put our levy and game day on the same one is kind of stupid because we have to pop both of them. I think I'm going to pop them before we levy regardless. Yeah, we'll do it. Sentry. All right, HQ. Mini Andre is like little sweet from the soda commercials. Oh, triple pup. Yep. That's actually a really taxing server for what's in it. Agroplex, we don't need to trash that. We made a successful run. We did what we said we would do. Get this one down. That's our turn. Okay. So 6 credits to get a single access on HQ isn't amazing. We don't know 2 cards they draw every turn. That's a lot of yips. 6 yips. We have another game day. But we just gotta keep running. I think we just like wasted a click running this. Or running this. So that's either an NGO front or a gene splicer. Either way, who cares, right? So we are short 1 credit from doing the cool thing. We can click for a credit, put the Cyber Cipher on here, put the Chameleon on here. No, we have to do the Technical Writer. We have to pop the Technical Writer, install, run. This is 2 to break, otherwise it makes this 6 more to break, so it seems like it's worth it. I guess we can install one of these, then pop it, then run. Yeah, we're gonna pop it for sure. Hey, Andre, weird question, but didn't you say one time you're from Slovenia? Yeah, I am. My family, they're Slovenian immigrants. I was born in Canada, though. Okay, so now we can pop this. Now we can... I guess we don't need to host it. It doesn't change anything. Now we can run server 5. This is actually technically better because it plays around Cortex Lock, the fact that we don't put it on there. Okay, so we can get through this server. It's going to cost us 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is probably the Agroplex. Oh no, they advanced it. Okay, wait, this is an issue. How much does Gene Splicer do? Oh, 1 net damage. Oh, that's fine. So we just hope we keep the levy. That would be like nice. We also can't trash the Gene Splicer, which is the worst thing, unless we like preemptively draw with this, which I think we actually should do. Or not draw, but get credits. The thing is, what would we rather lose? We'd rather lose this one. Yeah, it is a Gene Splicer. Okay, cool. So that's fine. We did lose the levy a while ago. Oh, we lost the levy on the 1 out of 5. Oh, that's miserable. It's okay. I still think we can levy next turn. Yikes. I was thinking of visiting there as part of a trip to Europe. It's lovely. Slovenia is absolutely beautiful. A lot of people speak English, which is good, but it's just like, it's not a very big place. The range of environments is wild. Like on one side you have the Alps, on the other side you have the Mediterranean. You can drive across it in a day. It's absolutely beautiful. The people are super friendly. The capital is like very young, depending how old you are. Like it's like a university city largely. It's quite nice. Okay, so we got to do a thing here. So how do we levy? I don't think we have anything to self-modify code for. But in theory, we could pop this, install a program to gain 2, but we can't really do that. We can pop this to gain 2, putting us on 2 credits. This actually does nothing at some point. I think we can just run through this, like let everything fire. Oh wait, we gotta do math. Thinking. Like, okay, so worst case scenario, we run through this and we'll have 8 cards in hand, right? 8 cards. And with 8 cards, this will have 8 subroutines. So if we pay 3 of them, we'll have enough cards to hit Gene Splicer and not die. We can't steal Obokata, though. That's the biggest issue. So if they're on Obokata, they win. There's no way for us to get through here. Because we only need a break. No, these subroutines don't matter, right? So we're going to have 8 cards. The other options, we install a card, but all our cards cost more than 0. We could actually mad dash the server. That seems like it could be suicide. But it gets a card out of her hand. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Let's figure this one out. This costs now 2 to install because of the stupid water monopoly. So that's annoying. Otherwise we could install this and then run and we can make our money back. But right now, yeah, the problem is we're going to have 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. And we can do credit, 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 run. I think we do credit, 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 run. Which is actually just good enough. We can still steal Obokata. Fire it up. Oh my god. This deck has to be running global food. That would be the coolest thing ever. You can't draw cards if you have nothing to draw. Stupid water monopoly. So we can still steal Obokata, and then we can always panic draw with Bookmark so we don't die to like... We die to Punitive. No, we don't actually. We have to die to double Punitive. Which, maybe this is drawing them into double Punitive, I don't know. Lost our Chameleon, that's fine. I think this is an NGO front. Like, this is super suspicious. It's a Gene Splicer, yeah, whatever. Can't trash it. Bushi, what's up? How's it going? That's fine. Chameleon not installed? Yeah, we don't need it. We don't need it. We were just going to take the damage. It was way cheaper. And now we pop this. Like, pay your 300 credits for Gene Splicer. Credits don't matter to them. And now they're on game point where they can fast events out of Brain Trust. So we still have to run every turn or we lose. This is going really bad for us. It's going really poorly. We didn't need to break Commando. We just take the damage. Oh, fuck. You're right. Oh, shit. Huh. We wouldn't have died, though. We just have to throw out our whole hand. We would have installed the Chameleon Ran, so we had 2 fewer credits. So we would only break 2 subroutines, which means we would still live. Yeah, we goofed that. So I goofed that a bit. Yeah, we broke 4 subs, right? But we have no breaker. I had no breaker to break those Komaina subs. The option was to install Chameleon and run. But that's with 3 fewer credits, so we wouldn't have done that. Right? Because we wouldn't have clicked for credit. It costs 2 to install, but we also wouldn't click for credit. So we'd have to access with 1 card in hand, which we wouldn't have done. So that kind of goofs up a lot of things. I don't mind conceding there. That's pretty rough. Because we wouldn't have ran it if we want to run with 1 card. But yeah, we're in a bad spot. We are not in a good spot here. Oh, I think we got to make a successful run. We just have to do it. Otherwise, we just lose the fast advance options. What happens if they mill themselves sooner? Yikes. Oh, if you're just tuning in, how's it going? We're having a really rough evening tonight. Let me tell you that. How dare you turn off my tenon? Yikes. So what do we run in today? We run into Komainu. Komainu Harvester deck. It's specifically very, very bad for us. Agriplex draw is also like getting around a large part of our deck. We ran into really bad draw. We did Jinteki very wrong. We did Jinteki very wrong. And there's that NBN game where we did nothing too. Nice Maven? Yeah, this is fine though. We don't need Maven. They're running really cheap low ice. Like we can do everything with Cyber Cypher and Chameleon. Maven's really good though for slower decks. Planet deck rules, just throwing that out there. I don't actually know what it does. Like if we had good breakers, none of these servers are particularly good. Even like Hunting Grounds would be an issue. Okay. So that could be a bluff, right? Like put it in that server, they won't run it. Instead of putting it behind another, putting behind server, the 3 ice server. Oh, now it's interesting. Even a deck that I've had worse. Maybe that's bad because of the Komainu, but it makes the pops much more easier to deal with. I guess not entirely. That's not entirely true. The problem here also is that like if we levy, we have 0 credits again. Oh, I guess no. We can install a bunch of tech traders, ideally. Or, sorry, like, spy cameras. No matter what, there's a lot of bad things we lose to here. So we could run through this and lose our entire hand. That'd be an issue because we would lose the levy, so we can't do that. Okay, so do we have options here? We can actually self-modifying code for self-modifying code. That does nothing. It literally does nothing. We can click to install this to gain 2 credits. That's pretty good, and that allows us to game day up. Not something I think we entirely want to do. We can't install this because it costs a credit. Yeah, nothing we do wins. Yagura. I think we lose no matter what. We have to run, though, so that they can't fast advance out improved protein source. But they probably have 2 agendas here. So it's going to be rough. Yeah, I don't think we have a chance. Yikes. Yeah, we never just set up well enough. I guess we kind of set up well in this one, but not really. All right, max hand size 17. We're gonna get so much damn game day value, and that's just the brain trust. Oh, it's another water monopoly. Okay, all right, let's go. Actually, maybe we shouldn't have installed that tech trader. Maybe we should just install game days, and then we install a bunch of things, because like this game day is gonna draw a lot. It really is. We gotta run this turn, so if we do technical writer game day, we have to run for our last click, which is kind of sad. It's necessary. Man, we paid a lot of money for that. And we have only 3 cameras, which is, I don't think, entirely off of curve. But it lets us recover from 0 credits. Ugh. So biometric spoofing would fix all problems in this deck. How do you deal with this thing? There's everything that wants to deal with all subroutines for like some low cost is influence. Archive memories. Oh, they're probably just gonna go for the gene splicer. Yeah, so we have to run that or we lose. Don't worry, we will make a bunch of good runs off of R&D and we'll win all this turn. It's what we're gonna do. Yeah, nah, it's fine. This is fine. How many cards can we dump from our hand? This definitely starts to help. We have hand size of 14. This is going to make us updraw 6. So what we could do is with Bookmark, hear me out, we can install Bookmark, put 3 cards on it, run, lose most everything, probably including our levy. If we had our levy in hand, this would not be the dumbest play. And then we could still trash the gene splicer and make a successful run. I think that's worth doing. I think we have to do it, right? Because otherwise they advance score. It's our only play. So if we lose our levy, let's just hope our levy's our last card. So what cards do we want to keep? I think we probably want this for R&D. We don't want to lose the chameleon, but we don't have access to it. I guess we could pull it out, but it costs a click, so it's not really possible. Oh, we have another click. We want to keep our Maven just in case. Seems good. And what else do we want? I guess the Sports Hopper is also the most flexible card in our deck. This is going to be good. Oh, no, we don't have another click. Okay, so we're going to run server 5. Fire. We are going to take a Komainu that's going to do 17 damage. Oh, wait, this does everything. This goes through our whole deck. We 100% lose the levy. We're going to play with no cards. This is fine. This is better than losing. This is technically better than losing. Fire. Actually, no, we don't need to let that fire. We can gamble on this Komainu. Yeah, we can get through this because we can like pop these at instant speed. So we have to discard 2 cards. Bookmark's no good. That's no good. Were those the best choices? I don't know. Probably not. Okay, 3 cards to discard. We don't need a dummy box. And self-modifying code has less value than Bizarre. Or no. Oh, 3 cards to discard. Excuse me. Wow. Let's get one of SMC. Okay, we got this. Yeah, we can pop all our cameras for cash. I think that's what we have to do here. And then just hope we don't lose our levy. $17 Cyberteens. Look at the top card at R&D. It's a Kakugo. Thank good. Kakugo. Kakugo. So Gene Splicer's what? 2 to trash? 1 to trash. So we'll break 5. Oh, we have no breaker again. We shouldn't have done that. I forgot we have no breaker. That was a mistake. 100% that was a mistake. We shouldn't have done that. Because we have no breaker. Now we spent all that money seeing one card. Yeah, fire off. What are we doing? Chameleon's no good. The idea of having a breaker come in and out is just terrible. For me. That's okay. This is what the play that we were agreed on. Yeah, living the dream once more. Oh boy. Mind using the discard command? Yeah, it's probably easier. Discard 15. Discard hash 15? Oh, that's random. So maybe I'll just do it like this. Oh, we die. Oh, we strictly die to this. Undergoing crazy from dehydration. It's $100 for a bottle of water. I don't want to sound rude, but this deck isn't impressing me. It's a cool deck. Oh yeah, wait, no, we don't die. It's definitely an interesting deck. Hopefully we keep our Maven. Ah, fuck. It took 1 damage. It's a good against just like Glacier. Against like standard Glacier, it's really good. It's like not that far different than Bookmark Haley. Bookmark Haley had more reliable of a setup because you could use Replicator, so you'd set up faster. So this is technically a bit more fragile for sure. Oh, a single Kakugo is gonna be a huge issue. Yeah. So yeah, this one's technically more fragile. Yeah, good thing we have that Sword Topper. But it's not that much worse. Now the problem is like weird decks like this is like the biggest nightmare we could have possibly imagined. This is also a huge issue, and the current is a huge issue. Like there's a lot of things that counter it. So it's not busted. But against, yeah, right, it's Black Cam Haley. But against things that don't run like the direct counters to it, it's actually pretty reasonable. The thing is, there's a lot of cards that are good against it. I was never saying, oh, replanting, really? I never said this was a tier 1 deck. It's just kind of a fun one. Mental health returned. Hand size does not matter. Is it possible for us to win? You can go through the pup. Yeah, we can definitely run HQ. That's not an issue. If we run R&D, we die to like basically anything. Like the Komainu in R&D basically says we can't win. This says we can't win strictly. We don't have a breaker. So this is the Kakugo, which it definitely is. We just can't get through it. So our only option is running HQ. Yeah, our only option is running HQ. Komainu on R&D means that we can't steal anything. I guess we have to go for it. I guess we put this down so we can break the Yagura. We're gonna lose it to damage anyways. Is it possible to win? I think it technically is possible. Like, we'd have to snowball hard by like getting 2 improved protein sources in a row. So I think we need 3 runs. I think we're gonna have to pop this anyways if we want to get through here. So we might as well pop it now, and we'll just run R&D. If that doesn't work, we're gonna run HQ. And if we get a protein source from each, we win. The Yagura. Okay, we're gonna break both of those. Yeah, we don't want to bury the protein source. If we die to snare, it's gonna be so cool. It's like literally gonna be so cool. I would be excited to die to snare. Res the Komainu for 1. Do it! Yes! Don't need it. Not necessary. So not necessary. Improved protein source. Off the top. GG. Oh, we died to Breach Dome. That was pretty funny. So that's how you get around that one, right? If you have no cards in your heap, you can't die. Oh, that was miserable. Just miserable. Oh, boy. Oh boy. How many protein sources? Can I request your next game you play another one, A Maverick? I don't want to play this deck though, because someone's gonna like do something dumb. Hey Cranked, what's up? Like, they're gonna play the counters again. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I can tell. Rich on it. Global food? Okay, we gotta play a different deck. What's in server 5? That's a hilarious theme deck. This is like the good stuff. I don't know. Is Yagura on theme? Is the tower on theme? 3 food, 3 water, 3 protein. That's a whole. That's like enough agendas, right? That's all any runner would need. Yeah, let's do it. All right, we got another game. We got themed. We got themed real well. I'm glad we caught that one on stream though. That's really cool. As much as we didn't play well. I was gonna check what's in our stack. Oh, that's good. Boom. If you're just tuning in, my name is Andre. How's it going? We're gonna give another one with this deck. What changes did we add to it that have been good? No, I'm not suffering anymore. We're gonna go ahead. Gonna hit the edit right there. We're gonna take out that defector. We're gonna put another diesel in. We don't fuck around. Yeah, that's fine. Dome equals breached. Water equals monopolized. Protein improved. Pups paid. Gene splice. Runner flatline. Sick deck. 33% win rate on our side. How are we going to do this? Is Dad going to find in here? Because I don't want to say this one's private, right? Yeah, perfect. Okay, one more time. Oh, boy. That's a really good theme. If they play Acid Spam, we are gonna like... Now, Acid Spam is... You can build around it. Our deck just specifically isn't built around it. It's gonna be an issue. Oh, Harpsichord. Alright, so we have no counters to Harpsichord. They can do their thing. We have 2 Trek Traders in hand, but we have no Gene Splicer. Tech Trader's better with self-modifying code than it is with Origami. That we can see the top of the deck is really cool, but like we have no imp, we have no film critic, we have no employee strike, so this ability is actually like really strong. That's not a bad opening. Again, no card draw. That's the worst part. Keep the spirit. Hey, what's up, LA? Spirit's fine. Spirit's okay. I think this is funny. Oh, Hydrophonus, what's up? I'm the Adio. Is that your normal thing you play on, or are you sniping? Because it seems like 100% completion rate account without a like a symbol. I get suspicious. Okay, let's do the slow setup. And this might not be right. Like this deck might be faster than that, but like we get a lot of value off of that, right? Like we paid 1 credit to pop the SMC. We got 2 credits from the Origami. It's a fun deck. They're clicking for 3 credits. It looks like money might matter in this matchup. We could draw once, but if we draw the SMC, it's actually not that much worse. Oh, it is technically worse. So we'll draw after we do everything else. SMC into Origami. Pull out the SMC. Self-modifying code into Origami. Hand size 14. And we still have like 12 credits basically all together on the table. We can start drawing up. No card draw, no card draw. We'll get there. Yo, Andre, what's up? Electric folding cameras is way better name for than the break bank dancer. Glad to see that you bounced around. Is this one even called? I think this is called something different. It's not even called folding cameras on what's it called in RNDB. But thanks for dropping by, actually. Yeah, bank dancer's a good name. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's go check out what this is. It's a vanilla, so we can pull out a chameleon, which is good. We get value from it, and we also can like recover from hard-hitting news and stuff like that. So we'll pull out the chameleon. Call the barrier. We'll run through this. We get value from this. So we can run server 1. This is why you play Caburnesse Woo abstractly, is to get this sort of value. You can't rush Caburnesse when she has the chameleon. It's a QPM, okay. So we are weak to hard-hitting news. We are weak to C-source. There's a lot of things. They look like they're running 1-pointers. Not a surprise for this deck. You generally want to run 1-pointers. This also probably means Data Raven. So we'll just go ahead and take the 11. They could, in theory, play like, what's it called? You know, the one that's lose 4 credits, economic warfare, hard-hitting news, something brutal like that. Yeah, Hydrophonus chat really liked your deck. Double ice R&D, okay. So they also know we're in spy cameras. That makes sense. But generally, these decks don't run a lot of ice. A lot of times, Harpsichord just wants to do something different. But let's go find draw cards. Let's go find draw cards. Okay, we did it. I think we can just continue setting up. No one's pushing us anyways. Again, we have like 3, 6, 7, 8 draw cards in the deck now. Haven't found any yet. But we might. Do we want to check this? I think we can, because we can always click for 2 credits. Oh, we have to install the Chameleon, actually. Oh, that's fine. Even getting information off the top is good. Product placement. Okay. So now we trashed something, so we are weaker to things like threat assessment. We want to get our credits up fast, and the fastest way we can do it is actually, well, popping this is 3 credits. So we can make it better. There's a C source on top, so credits actually really matter. So now this pops for 4. It also gives them an asset that they can't really trash. I think that was a pretty dumb thing to run that there. It was pretty obvious that that wasn't the Beal that we care about. And it looks like this is another one of these asset-y dependent things. So let's try and not play their game. Maybe we can just go win off of the spy cameras. I'm also assuming that one of these is probably like a Gutenberg or something really gross. We do have Link in this deck. And they don't have that much money. We just know they have a C source and we have to play around that. Give us a draw card. Yo, we talked about this. Are you serious? Oh boy. Whiteblade is new here. Say hello. How's it going, Whiteblade? Why did it do that? I got a special message saying that you were new in this chat. Are you? I think I recognize that name. If not, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. And I don't get that for other people that are new. What? That's weird. No discard? Oh, yeah, right. We got a lot of hand size. Thank you. Chat's got my back. Both channels do. Hand size 14. Totally forgot. Because there's only 2 hand sizes in this deck. It's 5 and then game day. And you're not going to remember that 6 hand sizes is a thing. It's like playing logos. Oh, you're on Slack. From Winnipeg. First time watching. How's it going? I've seen that name around Netrunner DB. I also saw lists from a Winnipeg list. Is it just me or like a Spark deck did well in Winnipeg? Yeah, right? So. Installed a card in the server, trashed a card in the server, gained a credit. So that could be news team. There's a lot of things that could be. Please give us card draw. We found 1 card draw card. Yeah, Spark One or Store Champ. Awesome. We are all old people here, all vets. 15 minutes, they scored that one. I think that's one that you're fine giving to the corp, right? Or to the runner. Like, that one doesn't matter, and it makes your ability much better if they steal that. Okay, so we have an econ engine. We just want a game day, really. And we have 5 more cameras in the deck. Give us a draw card. Do we want this for the link? I don't think we need it for the link. Okay, we found it. We did find it. So now we can like play Bizarre, mass install some amount of things. Again, we got no doubles on net chips, no doubles on these. So we can go for these, which are okay enough. These are each 3 credits each, which is good. It also gets our hand size down so we can install the game day. We're not going to be waiting on our technical writers because we've used 2 already. Logos discards. Unless they plan a C-Source exchange and then they want to score it. Yeah, that's actually a big reason to do it. But any 1-pointer is fine there. I think you'd rather just give that most of the time. So they installed and drew after. You generally want to do in the other order as much as possible. And let's just try and get information when off R&D. Let's find the Beals. Because it's going to take them a long time to score 1-pointers to win. So for 3, we see a QPM at the top. That's really risky. Right? If that's a Raven, we can't get the QPM. So I think we're actually better off running HQ a lot of the times. And what ice are we worried about? Jua might be a thing. So we could call Sentry. Otherwise, what are we playing around? Architect, maybe Archangel. None of those would be particularly that terrible. Let's just run HQ. There's definitely at least 1 agenda in here. Oh, fine. See if I care. This is why the Inti's good in the list, right? Okay. We could run here. Make them spend some money. So far we say that and they've spent no money on ice, but it might change. So that's a pop-up. We'll pay for that. If this is a Gutenberg, that's the worst case scenario. Anything else? what we said? We'd make them spend money on ice. Oh, how rich. Let's go get that QPM before it's harder to get. That's really funny. And they still can't C-source us if we, I guess they technically could, but I don't know what they're going to do with it. It's a preemptive on top. Not a particularly good temple card. Keeping it vanilla. So, that's fine. Yeah, they made money from that. I made 2 credits from that shitty run. They trashed another card in Server 1. What's happening? Are they putting all the agendas in archives? Again, like we don't have employee strike, so it's not like we can punish it. Oh, they Hunter Secret Origami. Oh, okay. So we need dummy box. I don't mind. 9 hand size is good enough. We can just levy. Like that's not that big of a detriment. So now we just want to get singles. The cool thing about our breaker is it's pretty strong against Hunter Seeker. The issue is keeping our economy up. Let's just get this down. Host some things on it. Again, like they don't have a lot of money to score fast. So we don't ever want to draw our Bazaar. We can put that on there. Our Mad Dash we can keep. We can Maven. We don't want to lose that. So this is basically like click for 3 whenever we want to. Let's just keep hosting things on it. They might be on best defense. That's the biggest issue. Oh, we can't play that. I forgot. Okay. Please no best defense. Matt, what's up? Value Hunter. Yeah, sort of, right? So that's the restricted card. That means no food. And they got a Beal. That's actually the best one for them. So let's draw up. That's a lot of card draw. We got 2 more game days. We got to get the dummy box down. That's actually really good. It'll make us feel safe. No spy cameras, which sucks. But we can still put the Chameleon down and run. I think we can let up 1 turn. They're only on 3 points. No big rush. And this dummy box turns up Hunter Seeker, right? Because we have extra programs. We can always have the Chameleon in hand, or we can always, like, after we steal an agenda, pop the bookmark so we have things in hand. What's a unicorn in this deck? We got 2 levies. They could be trying to get us to run news teams 100%. And with 2 QPMs, we can actually go through Raven a lot of the time. I'd be rather running R&D than the server. Oh, it's a toll booth. Wow, okay, so now C-Source is no good. So if we want to get our side, we can get through here. If they res the toll booth, it's probably a good agenda in here. So I think we actually ought to do it. Yeah. We can do it for a click, or we can do it for a trash. Trash is better in so many ways. We can also just mad dash this remote. I feel pretty good about that. If it doesn't work out, it's not that big of a deal. Our hand size is too big anyways. So let's go do it. It also helps a lot, because if we get agendas, like you need a lot of agendas against this deck if they're running 1-pointer. So we'll try and get a mad dash value. If it doesn't work out, oh good, it's an AR hand. So we're at 4. We have to discard 1 card. Not too bad at all. And if they mad dash this, we can always throw out the other cipher. I mean, not mad dash. If they did Hunter Seeker. Yeah, the Hunter Seekering, the Cyber Cipher, which we'll just throw out the other Hyper Cipher. Yeah. Prevent program from being trashed. Yeah. So that's fine. They still trash the Cyber Cipher. Maybe they're happy about that, but they only have 2 credits. Yeah, Into You would be really good. But maybe this is... I don't know how many decks are running vanilla anymore. It's like way too easy to exploit. They're actually preemptiving. Are they just going to preemptive for Hunter Seekers over and over again? It looks like they might be doing that. Because I don't know what else they're preemptiving here. It's not like they have the money for most of these. 3 unseen cards. Wow. Okay. So, what do we do? We might actually just want to levy. 1, 2, 3. There's still 3 cameras and 9 cards. We just don't have any super efficient way to draw them. I don't think we're in a rush. I think we can actually get singles. Singles are relatively good. We put this on barrier, run R&D, run HQ, mind you, pay 1. Under suggestion from Slack Australia, do you have a Da Vinci? I don't, but generally we don't run that much. We just don't run a lot, and MU is an issue. Like this deck only runs if it sees a top card of R&D, but yeah, it's not been working out that well. We could double install these, which makes C-Source really easy to hit, so I don't think we can afford to do that. We'll do it next turn. We'll double install those, and then we can game day for some value, maybe? Again, I think we have 2 diesels in the bottom 9, and 1 sports opera, which is kind of rough. Da Vinci's a cool card, though. Just click for 3. Okay. So the other net chip is still in our deck, so I guess drawing first is not bad. Hopefully we draw the Diesel. What's up? I don't think we need all 3 net chips. This is just kind of for credits. So we'll just install them, and then we can levy. We can also install the Sports Hopper and just fire it. Yeah, that's better. It's free, technically. And then, yeah, we get all the other spy cameras, which is really good. So we are technically now set up. We have to throw out 1 card. I think we'll keep the Diesel. Double levy's not necessary, but the Bazaar is worse in case things get hairy. And that's side remote here. This server costs us 5-6 credits, which is not terrible considering we have 9 credits on the board, let alone another 8 here. And if we see the top card of R&D, their R&D is garbage. I think we're now in a good quote-unquote spot. Besides the fact that we have to run that. The top card of R&D is better. It's a snare. Oh, boy. Oh, I'm actually kind of scared now. It's a snare, because our levies are actually valuable. If we hit the snare, and the snare hits both levies, we lose the game. We could always install this, put the levies on them, and the game day. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, it's a TGTBT, though. It sucks. What's TGTBT? How bad is it? Exchange doesn't do anything. I think we have to run this. But then we're weak to C-Source. Yeah, we'll run it. We shouldn't have installed this. We'll run it and then pop Technical Writer. Yeah, 100% we should have installed that. We'll fix that. Like, this gives us more time to react. And it gives us 1 more card to dodge the snare around. With 3 credits, that might not be enough to trash some of the most important things. We're runnerable to Vest Defense? No, we're fine because of Dummy Box. Like, we just throw out a resource. And the thing is, you're right. We don't have a resource because we threw out the last one, but they don't know that. So they might not trade. So that's a snare again. It is a snare. Okay, so... We kept the levy. We kept the levy. There's a snare off the top, which sucks. We got to remove that tag. We have more money than them. Well, we have equal money to them, and they're drawing a, what's it called? Which isn't that big of a deal. Next turn, we'll install all our net chips. Oh, no, we can just install this turn. Like, if they C-Source, I don't know what they do. We already have 1 link, so we're pretty good against C-Source. This might be risky. Clicking for credit's better. Oh, no Fractor. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, we did it again. Chat. How do we keep doing this? We just get so used to it. I need to put an NT in a deck. That's a snare. We don't run that. Oh. So what would that change? We have to install a Chameleon, which means we'd be on 0 credits, which means they can C-Source us, but I don't know what they would do with it. Yeah, no Chameleon, Halcyon. We goofed that. Your opponent didn't notice. That's the thing. It's like, I don't think anyone notices. They're so used to, like, yeah, vanilla sucks. That's it. This is a snare, though. We don't look at it. Okay, well, this game is botched. Hard-hitting news up top. Not a real big surprise. We'll double install these. We'll host... Yeah. Well, triple install, excuse me. Host this. We'll pop this. We'll levy. That's our turn. This is why I use the right clicks on breaker. Oh my god. Yeah, we wall hacked the shit out of that vanilla. Okay, we need to pull this off and draw with it. We have 1 spy camera. I don't know whether that's worth installing or you're better pulling your game day off. But ideally we get a Beal and then we win in 1 more turn. Yeah, don't use the credit adjuster to break. That's definitely the easiest way. And this is clearly the snare in here. We also have to keep our money up. And another card. Maybe that's the snare. I don't know. Our hand sucks. We want to get cards out of hand, so we'll actually run that one. Losing the Chameleon's bad. Whatever. Hit us with a snare. If you pay forfeit, you're hard away from C-Source and hard-hitting news. Oh, that's the snare. Are you actually going to pay for that? There's no way you pay for that. You paid for that. Oh, we lost the Chameleon. It's rough. So now the Maven's our breaker. Let's look at the top of the deck. It's a DBS. Okay. So we need to remove the tag. It's very unlikely that they'll kill us. They could do credit neural. That seems unlikely. So we'll just pop this. And then click for a credit, I guess. Are we sure the water is in a jar? Oh no, it's just water. It's fine. That's fine. We can host this here, I guess. It makes it look like clots, I think. Now we can pull out our Maven, which will let us deal with this for 2, which is not terrible. That's a daily business show as far as we know. Don't need to run it. If they res it, it's actually good for them. Let's go. Hand size. Oh, fuck. We should have used Origami. We are misplaying so bad. Oh my god, what are we doing? That cost us 5 card draw. My ass. Oh, that's so rough. Oh, what are we doing? I am really embarrassed with how things are going tonight. I'll be honest. I'm like, we should have technical writered before that. What is this stream? Okay, let's focus. That's a DBS. We called that. Now they can bottom cards. They're still in a really bad spot. They're on 3 points and less money than us. Less of a scoring thing. They're going to be clicking for a lot of credits. That hedge fund's a big deal for them. Let's diesel again. Let's get down another diesel. Let's get down all of these. Yes, yes. Oh, I hit the draw button. This is good. How's everyone doing? If you just my name is Andre. This is a match ball grid. Things are going okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we need the more technical writers. We need to go faster than that. But we shouldn't have drawn there. Like, we should have looked at this and ran. It's very hard for them to punish us last click. And I think they're just trying to get their money up, which is going to be hard for them to fight us considering we have so much money. Data Raven off the top. That's a good piece of ice. Sports Hopper for Trace is technically relevant. It also lets us draw up real quick, which is good. But I think we just want to dump our hand size at this point. Yeah, putting these now down looks dumb. Feels dumb. But it gives us time to get our game day up. Having Maven in hand is also kind of rough, but I think we'll install that. We don't want to install it right away because it makes IP block bad, but I think yeah. They might think the Chameleon, the Bin, the Vanilla is good, so we can hold on to it. I don't think we need to go trash this. It costs way too much. Let's just get cards out of hand. Let's get our credits up. Getting your credits up when you don't need to run is actually kind of a bad thing to do. Because it shows them that you have money, so they can no longer think like, oh, I got a good hard-hitting new C-Source plan, something like that. So we'll just find things on top. Also, we don't know with the DBS whether they drew the Raven or not. They could have drawn something else. That's a Raven. Luckily, we already have 2 kitty cats, so the Raven remote isn't that scary. I think we can probably win off the top of R&D. And like the thing, if that was an agenda, is that better than the DBS? I don't know. On the top is a product placement. That easily could be a product placement. I think we'll go and run it anyways. Worst case, we give them a kitty. That's a Data Raven. We can always jack out. We can also do a trace. We have 1 link. I think with 2 kitties, you do the trace. If that's a kitty, and they might actually have the kitty considering they're filtering their draw. This could be bad. Fuck, really? Okay, that's rough. Putting Spots Harbor down after doing a trace feels bad. And we'll just install the Maven. 16 credits is not great, but we can always just power up with this. The thing is, like, they're not even putting 2 agendas down. Once they get ahead of us with agenda points where they're almost it, they can just put 2 agendas down and hope we run the wrong one, right? So that's probably the product placement on top of something. We get credit. That's a good top. It's a Hunter Seeker, okay? So we have a program in hand. That's why we don't install these. That's pretty good. We can run it. There's not a lot that punishes us. We have such a good credit lead with all these cards. I think we can just check everything now that the Quantum Kitties are out. We'll go ahead and take that tag. Pay 1 for the trace likely, and we'll be okay. Because we always click this for 8 credits, right? That's a lot of money. Yeah. So just we're wading through shit. Is exposed good? I doubt it. I doubt it's that good. We need to keep our money up. I think we just don't want to get greedy. We can just pop the technical writer. It's way better. We'll just pop both of them. I forgot what they're drawing. We saw it. What were they drawing? Did we see it? I can also run HQ for free. Oh, Hunter Seeker. Yes. Yes. But like, yeah, having perfect information would be really good. If they ever print a card that like can be used over and over again to score or to reveal cards face down in a remote, it'll be such a huge issue for the game. Okay, we can peel up with the Sports Hopper. I think we'd better off with just the game day. We'll get 2 more installs here. Oh, that's our whole deck. Exploded Plu's on the top. Well, we definitely want that. That puts us on game point, and that's really bad for them. The credit differential might look bad. I remembered we had a breaker that time. But we can always pop out of that. Like as soon as they take a lot of credits, which they have a lot of credits here, we can just go ahead. We actually can't pop our Sports Hopper, which is kind of rough, but we can always pop this for 3 credits. So they can't C-source us now because we have 2 links. So as soon as they like play a good econ card, we can spy camera. So they can't really surprise us. So they're not doing it. It looks like they're not. And even if they spend all their money just to like, I don't know, C-source us or something bad. So we don't actually have to run anymore. Just give us an agenda, please. It's an all-seeing eye. That'd actually be really bad if that fired. So, they're slowly going to have more money than us. Installing a Sports Hopper saves us 1 credit. It's not worth it. I think we can run this server. Double Raven's the worst case. If we hit a 1-point agenda here, it's rough. It's a pop-up. Oh, that's fine. So that's a 2-credit swing. We'll take a tag. If this is another trace, if this is another news team, which is actually likely for it to be, but like we just gotta check all their shit. Yeah, there you go. So we don't actually have to clear the tag first because there's nothing that punishes up now that 3 kitties are out of the game. In theory, you should clear the tag first. Oops. Oh, fuck. We lost our levy. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, it's okay. That's fine. We still kept the things that protect our programs with Dummy Box, but that's not good. Luckily, they paid 4 for that. Otherwise, like the C-source math would have been a lot worse. C-source into All-Seeing Eye looks bad, but we actually don't need any of these anymore. Like, these are their 2 best cards. We're only on 4 agenda points, right? Is this fun? Is this fun? Are they going to deck themselves sooner? The thing is, like, our economy is over. That's, like, the biggest issue, is that we're running out of economy. I think we just run HQ. It's technically cheaper. We know in HQ they're probably going to keep 2 cards. They're going to keep the C-source and a hard-hitting news. They might have given up on them, but, yeah, we'll just run HQ for 2. Man, yeah, that levy. Huh? That's like the 3rd snare. They're actually running all 3 snares. Okay. So that's fine. I think we need to fire this. And then we just hopefully get, like, the Beal. And we should account their deck, right? Because if they're burning agendas, they're going to be coming up right about now. Especially when they're drawing. Like, they don't have that much to do. They still need to score a lot of points. I think this is fine. It's now beating game day in the drinking game. I say that a lot, though. I'm surprised that Eagle Ledgy have a small pick not in the middle of the screen this long. Oh, shit. You didn't tell me about that. Fuck yeah. Oh, we're back. So either, I think this turn we just run R&D, run HQ. We don't have to worry about this. Hopefully we win. Oh, we'll find that Beal. If they score the Beal, it's a big issue. There also could be a news team in here, another card. I don't know. They're throwing out cards too, but like eventually they're gonna have more money than us, and they're actually not doing anything. They're just clicking for credits. Give us a Beal. Oh, thank God. Oh, GG. Oh, thanks for the game. This is fine. Yeah, woof. All right, I'm not having a great night. Let's be honest. I think we're just gonna call that a night. Has anyone appreciated this guy's username yet? I feel he needs more appreciation. Divorced dad. Yeah. Yeah. That's it for tonight. Sorry if it was a bit low energy. Sorry, I don't really. It's a win for Caburnesse. Yeah, she did okay. Her win rate went from 100 to 33 this evening. So you had a great stream, huh? Thanks so much for watching. It's 11:30 right now. Ought to do it. For those who I played games against, thanks so much. Hey, what's up, Spags? Divorced dad, am angry, dude. You got a deck list on Netrunner DB. For that deck list, you bet. If you go on YouTube, I guess you can follow the trail links underneath here. There's a deck list on basically all the YouTube things, and there's a deck list here. And the person wrote like 5 of the same comment. It's pretty funny. It was fun to watch at least. I'm glad that was all right then. Otherwise, we're gonna be streaming. Actually, next week specifically, I won't be here on Thursday. I am on a business trip. So we'll probably try and stream another time this week, maybe this weekend. Actually, no, it's definitely not going to happen this weekend. It's the Rainbow Six Invitational this weekend. Mind you, if you like that game, they're streaming all week. So that's going to be exciting. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. We might just take the week off. I'll try and get a YouTube video up before then. But otherwise, for sure, next Thursday, there won't be a stream. So sorry for that. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back on the channel. Making YouTube videos was fun. I'm glad to be back at that. We'll see how we can fit it in. I feel like I'm forgetting something here. Like, my energy's really low now. It's usually like pretty high at the end, so I feel like I'm forgetting to say something. Regardless, have a good week, huh? Ciao.